with Spoof.
What up? What up?
All right, so when we left off last time, we were talking about Telltale games, and I got A-Man and Blackout sitting and chilling out in the back. Um, the scary part of all of this was last night when like right when I went to sleep. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was sleep thinking about this, but I didn't think about it until you actually texted me and said, "Bro, I'm surprised anybody sued them." And then, and then right before I closed my
You reverse
eyes,
it.
right before I closed my eyes, my fucking phone buzzes and says, "Bruh, I just mentioned this." I said, "Yo, I was kind of
Yep.
waiting on that, cause like you can't lay me off, tell me I'm not getting severance pay, and then think I'm not gonna fucking come for you. Like I'm punching that clock either with a 45 or you gonna fucking pay me my 45. Like I don't understand that, but." I am saddened by this because I really feel like it could have been prevented.
It's
I feel
terrible.
like I feel like it is terrible that a lot of people could lose their jobs overnight like that. Even though it even though the rot basically took place over the last couple of months, like I guess our worst fears were confirmed that nobody's been buying these games. like
Yeah, man. That's the scary part. But
like how do
really
you
the messed up part that
how do you,
nobody was. I guess nobody wasn't buying them enough.
and
You
and
know.
then and I truly don't understand it because how do you keep making something when no one's buying it?
That's why I also blame the management or HR or the people above them because nobody paid attention enough to tell these people like, yo, instead of buying all these Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxies, Wolf Among Us,
All these different properties and
Tales of the
shit.
Border, buying all these properties, y'all need to just focus on one or two titles
And
because y'all are buying all these properties and not getting the money back that y'all need to get to keep the studio going.
and I hate
Y'all
to
not,
say
you know
it.
what I'm
I hate to say it because I saw a video by a YouTuber I follow named Clean Prince Gaming. This man basically made me realize that The Walking Dead as a Telltale game is probably only a success because of the TV show. And if it had
saying?
came out
Yes,
at any
yes.
other time,
Mhm.
before or after, people probably would not have played this either. I mean, I probably would have played it being that how it turned out was fucking fantastic, but I just, I think that this whole thing just has my mind blown. Like, like I'm talking, I'm
It has the
talking,
whole industry
I'm,
gone blown.
I'm talking Destiny 2 mind blown emoji with the fucking dust and the sparkles and like all of that. Like, cause
Yeah,
this, I hope
because it's messed up.
it is,
It's
and
messed up.
I didn't get a chance to read the article, but I hope it's more than just that one person suing Telltale Games. All right, I really hope it's more than just that one person suing Telltale's.
I
Like, I
mean,
really do.
again, man, like 200 over 250 employees they lost their job. Like,
Right, niggas that flew halfway
that,
across the country just to work there. Like,
yes,
this is part of
yes,
this makes me scared to take a job that says, hey, in order to work here, you have to relocate. This makes me
man.
scared to do that.
It's I feel bad for the family. Most of them folks probably are grown ass people with families and children
Mm-hmm.
and wives,
Mm-hmm.
households they gotta take care of, and you come into work and then you find that you're fired with 250 other people
Right.
with no warning at all.
Right, and I'm pretty sure some of them folks woke up and thought today's gonna be a great day. Played the right music, drank the right coffee, had the right
But
meals. Then
they also said too.
they come in this
So go
bitch
ahead,
and
what you
they
about to say?
see. I know they come in this bitch and they see Bob from accounting carrying all his shit out to the parking lot.
Man, right,
And they're
right,
like, hey Bob, what happened to you? Fuck you. It's like, God
right,
damn, Bob. I'm just, I'm just like in
like
shock.
it's yeah, man, cause again, like they came into work. These folks came into work thinking they finna do a work day, and they found
Right.
out they got fired. That's gotta be the worst feeling in the world, you
Like
know.
part
And
of me
then
wants part of me just wants to know how high this goes up. Like, is it just the employees? Did like parts of management get laid off? Because they kept 25 people, but I don't know what those 25 people are gonna. I don't know how those 25 people are gonna maintain the obligations, quote unquote, to stockholders, and I forgot what the other party was.
Those 25 people only there to finish that Minecraft game.
Are you serious?
Only because it got something to do with the Minecraft property. They've paid for this game to be finished or something like that. So they have to finish that. They have to finish that. They
No,
can't.
what they have to. Well, nah, fuck that. What they have to finish is the damn Walking Dead game. If
they should finish that.
Out of all the games they've ever made, they need to finish that game. If they bring in all new people or all different people to finish The Walking Dead, I don't even feel like it'll be the same game. It'll be one of those bro, this is gonna be some shit we're gonna have to add to the list. We're gonna have to add this to the list. For those who don't know, the list is a list of things that have happened in history where if we could go to a different fucking universe in the multiverse and find out what happened, we would. So at number 1 on the list is the fallout between Kojima and Konami and what happened to make them want to take Kojima's name off of Metal Gear Solid, the property he brought to them. Like, he came up with it. The second thing is what is it? The second thing is the Amy Hennig version of Uncharted 4. Like, we will never know what that script is, what that script could have been, what it would have looked like. But the one that kind of resonates with me is dang, what was it? There's one more thing that we would never know what happened. It was. Oh, what that song was that Drake had. It was that song that what's his name told him that I want to say Jay Prince. We will probably never hear that song.
No.
Never.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I feel bad for them Telltale employees. Like that's really bad. That over 250 people. Like I said, man, Walking Dead season 1 that came out years ago. Everybody praised it. Everybody loved it. Telltale was a small studio at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Once that game won all those Game of the Year awards, everybody praised it. Then the studio just raised their employees count just too fast. They just try to jump on this wave like, yo, we just made something special. Let's keep doing that, but with more people. And they realized in the long run that was the wrong thing to do. You can't keep adding employees to your studio, but you're not bringing enough money to stay open. That was dumb. That's why I blame management. It's their fault. Like, for real, they hired people the week before. They got the studio shut down. Like, that means somebody wasn't paying attention. So
right.
They were just either ignoring the problems and just hoping. I don't
know
what
they
was hoping for.
You know
they were just ignoring the bullshit.
I actually do think that's what they were doing because all their properties don't make any sense to me. There's no sense. Right, there's no sense of progression. It's almost like we did The Walking Dead. I don't know what game came after The Walking Dead series.
I don't know either. I don't know.
But whatever it was, it must have flopped, and they said, yo, let's do this one. Yo, let's do this one. Yo, hey, we got Batman now. People love Batman. Let's do this one. We got Game of Thrones is hot right now. Let's do this one. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 just came out. Let's do it's literally like they tried to. They did way too much.
And people figured out that I couldn't imagine playing all those Telltale games back to back because just keep it real. They're the same. They're long, and it's the same thing.
Right.
your decision decide what happens. They're point and click games. You're walking
Right.
around. You may get to a little bit of action, but the gameplay aspect is the same
Right.
with
Right.
all those games,
The
really.
only one, the only
You
one that,
know?
the only one that felt different was Batman. And maybe it's because it's Batman, so you have to have something different about it.
Yeah.
Like if Telltale's
But
had made Batman and it was this, free roam action. I don't care if the art style or the engine is the same, but if it was,
that's another thing. They never changed their engine.
yeah.
God
But I
damn,
mean,
they keep that shit the same.
people. Okay, so part of me doesn't really care about the engine because Fallout's done the same thing, and if they were to change their engine for Fallout or Telltale's, I shudder to think what that would look like. Like I can't imagine playing The Walking Dead when the graphics look like Spider-Man. I feel like the game. I feel like you've changed what The Walking Dead is at that point.
Well, a lot of people said that well, I don't remember glitches happening when I played, but a lot of people said like they had like every time a game came out or a new episode, they would have glitches within their Telltale games. Like it was always some glitches, and
Yeah,
people felt like at this point you should change something about that. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
never. I've only experienced glitches maybe twice that I can recall in my entire playthrough. One was in season one, and I didn't think about it until I saw the video from Clean Prince Gaming, and he was like he was talking about it as it was happening in the background, and like, is that scene where Lee? It's like they have the guy on the back of the truck, right? And
Yeah.
they have the guy on the back of the truck, and I guess he had turned and nobody knew it, and so he attacked Lee, and you have to like, I guess, do the quick time event to get him off. He does the quick time event, and I guess knocks him off. But like he glitches into the truck and it shows them struggling, but they're glitched into the truck. That happened to me like once. And then the other glitch that happened was like something in season two, but I can't think of what it was. But it wasn't so bad that it was only bad enough that it took me out the immersion. It wasn't bad enough that it like ruined my save files or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was like it wasn't that bad for me. I can't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head, but like I said, they got shut down because of mismanagement
Yeah.
and people ignoring that they just need to stop hiring people. You hire people too quick. You hire people too quick. You can't do that.
Like
You
in my
can't do it,
mind,
man.
I kind of want to know like, what are you hiring them for? Like,
It's crazy. Like y'all, like it got so bad that you couldn't finish the Walking Dead final season, and you can't get these employees severance, and you hire people the week before.
right? And
Like,
they even said that some of those folks were contract. Like
see,
that means they're paid for like the duration, I guess.
yeah, man. Like it was just too much. It was too much. They tried to do too much with too little, and the too much was the employees. The too little was the money.
Right.
You can't do that. You know.
That.
Shut up, man.
Shut up.
But hopefully those 250 people find somewhere else in the game industry, man, because
I do too. Shit. For
that's
all that,
terrible.
like I said 2-3 nights ago, I personally, I would kind of hate to see it, but they need it. I want them folks to make something wonderful for Microsoft so that them niggas have games to play. Because
Microsoft should have got them. I mean, they could have
like
got them.
they could have, or Sony could
I
have bailed them
guarantee you.
out.
This is the scary part too. I guarantee you, Telltale probably had got offers. They had to. They were in the studio.
And they said
had to get
no?
offers once that Walking Dead season one. I'm just saying. I ain't saying this is true. I ain't saying this not came out as facts. I'm just saying Walking Dead season one won all those Game of the Year awards that were praised.
Right.
This is made by an indie studio. I guarantee you they had to get offers from somebody big.
And you know what
They
happened?
probably told them niggas no.
You're right, but you know why they told them no? Because they probably were afraid that if they sign with Sony, if they sign with Microsoft, if they sign with anybody, that they'll be forced to change the way they make their games.
Yeah. And again, they're not They're not a Cyberpunk. Again, how we talked about
Right.
Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk
Right.
is an indie studio with a whole bunch of employees that's making these AAA looking games. But
Right.
for some reason, what they're doing is working.
But
It's working what they're doing. You
but
feel
let's not forget, people are still complaining in their camp too. People have still said that the working conditions are horrible, like horrendous.
Okay. Ooh,
like
okay.
like I still remember those accounts, whether they're
Same
real,
with Telltale too.
whether they're right, whether they're real or not. And this is almost like this is synonymous with like the shit that's going on in this country, where yeah, we're beating the shit out of black people, we're killing them, we're burying them, we're raping them, whatever. But like nobody's really trying to do anything to stop it, or nobody really believes it's happening. It's like that with these gaming industries. We hear about people suffering and having to work fucking 18-hour days. They don't see their families for weeks on end because they're working on a game for some little 6-year-old to not appreciate the shit. But
I've seen.
We don't know that shit is true.
Exactly. See, that's a whole other thing, because
right.
That's why I love it when a game comes out and
they talk about the game.
And they talk about it too, because making the game is hard. I've seen too many developers come out and say like, "Yo, making this game for the past 2 or 3 years, 4 or 5 years of my life,
like this shit broke me."
Is yeah. They be at like it's so fucking tough, but I know it is though. I know it is. Like I've seen too many developers say it is, man.
They be acting like Joss Whedon after Avengers 2. Hey man, I can't like. We'll give you more money, man. Like Michael Bay. Nah, bro, fuck that. Keep that cash.
They be acting like it be goddamn be stressing them out so bad, because I'm pretty sure it's a lot riding on it. Like imagine you working overnight and shit, and your game come out and it's fucking average. That shit probably kills them on the inside. But they ain't come out and getting scores like 6s and 7s, and people saying it's okay. It's not that all that great. That probably kill me. I've been working on this game for 3 years of my life, and it's coming out and it's average. Like, come on, man. That's why great games like Spider-Man, God of War, things like this, games like that, that's getting praised. Yeah, that's getting praised. That's gotta be a breath of fresh air, or a sign of relief when their game come out and it's getting like critically acclaimed.
Right.
Because there's a lot of pressure, man. It's a lot of pressure. But a lot of folks don't know about this shit. Like, a lot of people go to the store buy these games that they have no idea what went to that disc that they just bought. They have no idea. They just don't pay attention to that side. But people who pay attention to the game industry knows that making the game is fucking tough. That shit is tough.
Yeah, and
it's time consuming.
It's funny because
stressful.
It's funny because there was something I was looking for, and I just needed the title of it to try to confirm something. But I'm scrolling through like my YouTube like homepage, and I see something called "Making of Mortal Kombat 3 Behind the Scenes," and I'm like, damn man, like if people did more behind the scenes videos for their games, I feel like people would be more appreciative of the game they're playing. Like they really would. Yo,
that's why, Naughty Dog, man. That's why they're top of my list for development, because they do that. They put out behind the scenes of their games when they're making them. Last of Us, you can watch they have a whole like 2-hour documentary about making The Last of Us, the first one. And you can watch. And they go into the detail of how they made it, man.
Bro, I forgot that shit was 2 hours. Like,
it's probably not as. It's not 2 hours, but probably like an hour and 20 or 30.
Bro, I think I watched. I think I tried to watch it.
It's entertaining.
Nah, I mean, I think I tried to watch it, but because I was tired, I started falling asleep. Like, I was entertained, but I didn't realize how long it was, and I was like, bro, I'm getting sleepy. Like, what is going on?
Everybody doesn't do it, but like I said, Naughty Dog, they definitely do it, and I enjoy watching it. The only one I really watched was The Last of Us. I think they did one for Uncharted 4, but it was like hard. But yeah, it's so watching that documentary about Last of Us, you can like then visually see what all goes into making a game like that.
Right.
I remember at one point Naughty said that they didn't even think that game was gonna be good. At one point they was making it.
God damn. I
That's
mean,
crazy to
I feel like,
hear.
I
You
mean,
know,
if what we heard about Amy Hennings, Uncharted 4 is to be believed, I believe anything.
Uncharted
I
4 went through
believe,
development hell for at the beginning. They
right.
did because they couldn't figure out what to do. They come on now, we so happy with Amy Henny. Like
Right, right. I really feel
they
like
just
they, I really feel like they
couldn't figure out what to
muscled
do
her
with it.
out. I really feel like they muscled her out.
Yeah, then they had to start
And,
that whole game back over.
right.
Once they got rid of
But
all the
but
way back
but I
over.
feel but the only reason I feel like they muscle her out is because Druckmann. It almost feels like Druckmann had a story ready. Like that shit did not
You
take
think
long,
so?
Rob. Hell yeah, that shit did not take long, Rob. To start a game
What you,
over. To start
what
a
you mean?
game over. They okay. You told me they had to get rid of 6 to 8 months of work,
It did.
and after that they
Yeah.
started over.
Uh
You
huh.
don't just you don't just write a script like that. Like that shit takes time. And I feel like the
That's what first. It
progression.
took a while. It took a while for it to come out though. You know, it took
Yeah,
like
but
5 years.
yeah, but I mean, 5 years is like a year to write the story, 2 years to get all the character
I mean,
designs and stuff. The
they write the
third year
story
you
for the already
probably
established franchise. Franchise already established though. Uncharted was on the fourth one,
yeah, but
so I
you
feel
still
like
gotta
Naughty Dog
yeah,
kind of knew what to do with it as
I
far
mean
as like
yeah, but you still have to write the script, everyone's lines. That's like almost a movie
oh
size
yeah,
length of
right,
writing to do.
right,
Now I ain't talking
right.
about like
That's what I'm
like no
saying.
novel in a book. Like I feel like it
That's what I'm
probably.
saying.
I hope I'm wrong, but if he didn't have it, if he had the story already, those 5 years were spent crafting the actual physical shit in the game, the assets, the characters, the places, the locations, the gameplay mechanics, the shooting mechanics, the fight mechanics, like all the new shit that we saw.
All that, all that.
But if but
Yeah.
if
Plus it went from PS3 to a PS4. That was a
right,
that that's another thing. Like
right.
Canada used the same engine. They said they just upgraded.
So if I'm wrong, then that means they probably took at least 2 years for the story, and then the other 3 years they spent crafting everything else: gameplay, fight, new stuff, mechanics, locations, and maybe a little bit of the history. Because, well, I tell you, Uncharted, Uncharted and its history lessons are like
Man,
non-forgettable.
that's gotta be a whole bunch of research. That's a whole bunch of
Right?
research. They do that shit.
Because don't
That's
they?
part of the reason
Didn't
why I
they?
believe Last was Part Two took so long to come out. To
Didn't
be
they
real
at
with you.
one point? Didn't they at one point post a picture of like a location, and like they were taking pictures of locations? I heard about one developer like actually taking pictures of one location because they were thinking about setting their game in that place. I can't remember
Sometimes
the
they do
name of the
that.
place, but
They do that sometimes.
the only game I
I
know
remember.
that's done that is Rockstar with Grand Theft Auto, and how they took a picture of like downtown Los Angeles. Though they even got like into the weather patterns. So,
I remember watching something for Uncharted 3. Uncharted 3 took place in that desert. I
oh
remember watching
yeah,
Naughty Dog talk
yeah.
about. They actually went to the actual desert.
God
They actually went
dang.
to the desert to
I hope they
see
had water.
how they made it look. Oh yeah, of course. But they go to that extreme. Like they let you know what they have to go through before a game comes out.
Right.
And like how you
You
yeah
said
you
what,
do.
this?
He said you have to. If you want your game to be, if you care about your game that much, you have to. You know.
I mean, what if I made a game and I just don't have the means to travel like that? I care about my game. I ain't got money to be spending on plane tickets and stuff like that. I'm an indie.
But
I'm an indie.
that
I'm
depends
an
on the
indie.
publisher too.
I'm a, I'm
Publisher.
a, I'm a, I'm an indie studio trying to make the next transistor.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. And while we talking about studios, like I'm kind of scared for that studio, Supergiant Games, because they
I forgot about them.
they like to me Transistor is the only hit. I've seen Bastion. I want to say I have it downloaded, but when I look at like gameplay for it, it doesn't make me want to play it.
Has their game after Transistor came out yet?
Yeah, that was Bastion. Or
Damn.
did Bastion come
Yeah.
first?
I don't know.
I want to say they've had 3 games, but I really want to say they've had 3 games. But if they have it, then it's Transistor, then Bastion. And I ain't gonna lie, like no game for some reason can touch like Transistor did.
Transistor was amazing. I tell you, never
Right.
that shit. I
And,
love that game.
and it is. I might. It's
It was from
bruh.
the PlayStation Plus like what
Like
2 years ago,
longer, longer than
3
two
years
years
ago. It
ago.
was free.
Right. That game was PlayStation Plus about 4 years ago.
It could have been. Yeah.
4 years ago, that game was free for PlayStation Plus, and I ended up having to buy it because I actually didn't get it at the time.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, no, because you told me about it, and for some reason, I just never had the time to sit down and try to download it. And one night I had some time, and I was like, I got $10, I can buy it. No, I came to your dorm room, and I played a little bit of it then. No, I watched you play a little bit of it then. I said, bro, this looks like something I could play. And I think that was because of the mechanics. But the best thing about the game isn't really part of the game. Well, it's part of the game, but it's not something you can control. And it's like the two characters, Red and the Sword, and their conversations with each other. The voice acting in that game is kind of what made me want to play that game. That and the fact it kind of reminded me of Cowboy Bebop with the art style and whatnot. So
Yeah.
and
It was dope, man.
I just remembered that today because yesterday I saw a video and I need to finish watching it about the philosophy of Cowboy Bebop. I
I
saw
did see
that,
that.
yeah. So,
Transistor came out 2014. Bastion came out 2011.
oh, Sebastian was first. Well, that
They
oh,
put
this
out
was
some game named Pyre in 2017.
that was the third game. That was the third game. I have to see gameplay of it, but to be honest, Transistor will always be there. They're a magnus opum to me.
Pyre
They're
has
quote,
raised some good scores, so I'm looking at them. I gave it a 9.7.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
He said this shit like it was the best thing popping, which it probably was right up there with Play-Doh. It was like it's like it's like Legos where Play-Doh was the natural progression to Legos. So,
But
oh my god, and then and they don't, and it's funny because they don't even like nowadays they don't even call them Legos. Like they just call them like blocks. Like I've seen people as I'm working, like I've seen a box of just blocks. Like it's not Legos, it just says Super Blocks, and I'm like, damn, it's some off-brand ass shit right here. Like I just, I don't know, whatever you can afford, I guess. I don't know. I'm not judging.
but yeah, like I said, you just reminded me like that again. That's probably what took Last of Us Part 2 so long to come out because Neil Druckmann had to stop making it to go do Uncharted 4.
Oh, yo,
I just thought about that.
are you?
That what took this game so long to come out
Dang.
because
It came out in
he focused on
2013,
Uncharted
right?
4. Last of Us came out in 2013.
2013. It is 2018. That's 5 years.
It's 5 years.
But
But
in
he had to go
between
work on
those,
Uncharted 4
yeah, in
because
between those 5 years,
he went on Uncharted 4. He wrote
and
that story too.
Uncharted 4 came out in.
2016.
So that means 3 years. So wait a minute, hold on. They said they were working on Uncharted for 5 years. Neil Druckmann finishes it.
Uncharted 3 came out in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And they claim they started working on Uncharted 4 right after 3 was done. But not right after 3, probably like, a couple months after 3 was done.
So shut up. I'm assuming that's story. If you were to tell me you started working on something as soon as it came out, that's story.
Well, I don't know the first thing they do.
Well, I mean, to me,
I
I can't picture you working on anything else before you have the story. That's just me. I could be wrong, but yeah. So.
But that's why, yeah. But yeah, that's why. Because they're making this nigga Neil write all these damn stories, these games, and he, yeah.
All this game
That's wild.
talk. All this game talk. Did I tell you guys I saw the Nun Sunday night after work? No, I didn't. But I got super.
I heard that shit wasn't scary.
Right. It has its moments, but and this is the biased part of me right here because I like that movie because it ties in with a series of other movies that are in essence their own franchise. Yes, it ties in with a series of other movies that are their own franchise. You remember those two, the husband and wife team that go around, I guess, demonizing places. I can't remember what their first movie was like. No. Their first movie was had to deal with a place. No, that came like after. It came with it was talking about a place called the Further. I just can't think of the name of the movie, but it mentioned a place called the Further. Stop,
Shut
hey
up.
man.
You just named a scary movie.
Right.
Oh man. Wait, what are we trying to figure out?
No, I was telling you that there's a franchise of movies where the wife is like, I don't want to say clairvoyant, but like she sees things. Oh no. Uh
You mean
Insidious.
the movies that the
Insidious.
nun is okay?
Insidious.
I'm about
It
to say you
started
talking
with
about the
those
movies.
movies. It
I'm about
started
to say
with
you
those
talking about the
movies.
movie that the nun is connected to? Because I
Yes.
thought it was connected to these other movies.
It is. It is. It is. Like
Oh, it's a
but
Conjuring.
see, yes, The Conjuring, Insidious, all of that. But I didn't
Okay.
know that when I went to go see the movie. I'm thinking this
Oh,
is just another scary movie because it doesn't show the father. I'm not the father. It doesn't show the couple at all in the movie unless you watch the movie. Like it didn't show that in none of the previews that I saw anyway. So I'm,
yeah. I
you
knew it was
know,
connected. I knew it was connected.
you
I knew it was
did.
connected.
Damn,
Yeah, I did because I saw Annabelle. It's connected to Annabelle too.
I saw Annabelle, but I didn't. Oh, you know
You
what?
remember that nun that was in
No,
Annabelle?
I do. Okay, so I do remember that, but even when I saw the Nun, for some reason my mind just didn't click that those were connected. So I went to see this movie super fucking excited. Well, not super fucking excited. I went in to see this movie and I was just like, all right, cool. I'm going to see a scary movie. Whoop de doo. But when I see, the husband and the wife, I was like, yo, I totally did not know that these movies were connected.
Oh,
And I just had a
okay.
blast the entire time I was watching that movie. I was just like, yo, I can't wait to see what happens next. And I already feel like I know what the next movie is going to be about.
Well, that's
But,
the thing. I heard it wasn't good, bro.
well, I liked it.
You
I
know,
didn't mind it. I didn't.
I heard it was like borderline bad.
Damn,
Like a bad film.
I don't see what was bad about it though, to be honest. But like I said,
They said it wasn't scary.
that's my own
Was
bias.
it? Did it scare you?
I mean, no scary movie has ever scared me, but that's kind of an impossible question to ask.
Oh, okay. Because I was
Like,
about to say, if I watch the whole
shut
movie that
up.
doesn't scare me, I feel like you failed as a movie.
Oh, well, I haven't been
If you
scared
don't
by
scare me
scary
that one good
movies.
time.
I haven't been scared by scary movies in a minute, like a long
Oh,
minute. Like the only movie that could possibly come close to doing that is Paranormal Activity, and I can't figure out why, but it gets me with the jump scares.
I think The Conjuring had me fucked up for a second. Never mind.
It
That shit right there
is
what had
for
me fucked up.
it's weird to have me fucked up for a second.
Bro, the nun has a 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, bro.
I'm mad you looked that up.
Cause I heard it was bad, so I was like, let me see what rating it had. I went to it. That what it
What's
got.
does it have any of the comments attached to it?
No, just a 27%. The audience scores are 44.
That's not too bad. Wait,
No, it's not.
what's the difference between the audience score and the Rotten Tomatoes? Because I thought Rotten Tomatoes score was based on like That people
No,
who've
it's based on
seen them.
critics. Based on
Oh,
critics. The
okay.
Rotten Tomatoes score is based on critics. The
Well, I
audience
thought
is based on somebody like you. If you went to
I
Rotten
hate
Tomatoes and read this yourself.
I hate critics because clearly 44% of people liked it.
It's not too much higher, bro. Not too much higher.
Well, moving on.
Annabelle was good though. I enjoyed that.
See, I feel like if I go back and watch that movie, I wouldn't enjoy it because I think they showed that movie one time during an
But
event.
not the first one. The sequel to it.
The sequel
It was
to
a
it.
sequel. Yeah,
Damn,
it was
there was a sequel to it.
the one with the house by the orphans. When they show how Annabelle was created. The sequel was
Oh,
really a prequel.
okay. So you're talking about the
Yeah.
one with the orphans was better.
The one with the orphans was, yes. I
Okay.
enjoyed that one. Really enjoyed that one.
Well, I think I saw that one too, but because didn't at the end she ended up like inside the girl and she lived like a full life until she fucked around and killed like her foster parents.
Yes.
Part of
Yeah.
that,
And
part of it.
that was a tie-in to the Conjuring 2, I think.
Okay, see, I need all these movies on DVD now because part of
Yeah, that's a
that.
tie-in. The end of that movie ends with the beginning of the Conjuring 2.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Yeah. And I need to watch them all again. I don't see them all
Right.
once.
Yeah, same here. Moving on though. No, moving on though. I've literally been waiting for news about this because I thought about that like right before I go to sleep. I run through things that either happened or didn't happen, and I try to figure out why they didn't happen. And one of the things was you telling me how good this Lupe album is. So.
Oh, now you should talk about this tonight.
Oh yeah, we covering every goddamn thing. Everything I could think of.
What you want to know, like what I
what?
think about the album?
Yeah, you said you felt like you took a college course at Harvard. Like,
yes,
I
yes.
don't know what I'm supposed to take from that.
It's because it's a lot to unpack on that album. He talks about so much stuff.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about Lupe.
Lupe, they put out a new album. No.
Oh no,
Lupe.
Oh,
yeah, Lupe, they put out a new album called "Drove This Wave." Wait, what did he say?
I just the fact he's talking about Lil Mike. No.
Oh, you left it there. Yeah, but yeah, it's called "Drove This Wave," and he talks about a lot on the album. Man, it's a lot to unpack. Like I'm still
finding nuggets of information,
bro. For real, bro. It's a song on there called "Wave Files," and he legit. And I didn't know he was doing this. He was rhyming, right? And I had no idea what he was talking about. So when I looked up, I typed in like some of the lyrics. He rhymed like the name of slave ships, over 50 slave ships in a verse.
Good
He
Lord.
rhymed them together, bro. And I said, bro, this dude is a fucking genius. Like, cause I ain't had no idea who he was talking about. So that's why I say it's like taking the college course, because I knew the name of none of these slave ships. When I looked it up, he taught me like that bro. He had me looking up slave ships. Come on now, like what rapper is gonna have me looking up something like that? That's why I got to give Lupe my props, man.
Bro, he woke you up
Lupe
from your
my
sleep
props,
is what
man.
he did.
Yeah.
For real.
Shut the fuck up there, man.
Lupe been woke as fuck, but this album is a lot to unpack. Like he talks about, like it says, not just one verse. The slave ships part. He talks about he dedicated a song to a kid called Alan. The song was called Alan Forever. Mind you, again, I didn't know nothing about this. He dedicated a song to a kid that drowned in the ocean because him and his family were like escaping from Europe because of something's going on over there, and they was like escaping from that country, and the boy drowned because he wasn't able to make it. And Lupe dedicated a whole song to that child, to that child, bro.
Was this
And I knew
recent?
nothing about it. This was recent. I think it happened. I don't want to be wrong. It happened recently. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, man, I knew nothing about this. And I looked up the kid. It's actually a photo of him online. Like they took, cause this picture of him like kind of took off once it hit. Of him like laying on the beach, like just gone, like just laying there, just dead. And I said, damn, like that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like he teaches you so much shit that you have no idea about. And a lot of rappers don't do that now. Most time you listen to a rapper's album, you know exactly what they're talking about. You don't gotta look shit up. You get it. Right. Lupe, he's gonna have you researching the shit he's talking about because you won't know nothing about it unless you do. I said, bro, that's what made this nigga so special, man. That nigga deserves way more credit than he deserves.
Okay, so I'm not gonna deny this man shine by no means, but I will say this. I am not gonna be doing homework on your album. I'm sorry. Like,
but he's done it before on his previous albums, though.
That don't mean I done damn looked that shit up.
Have known everything he was talking about on his album.
I didn't say I did, but you're not finna have me fucking researching shit just because you so damn deep that I gotta fucking have a shovel, a night light, and some damn kerosene oil lamps just to see the shit. Like,
okay. I mean, I feel like the cover of his album, which I didn't get. I don't know if y'all saw the cover.
Nah, I ain't seen nothing about this.
If I need an encyclopedia to look that shit up, I'm gonna use my encyclopedia.
Man,
that's what I'm saying. I'm finna learn some shit, bro, because he's finna teach you what's really going on out here. None of these other rappers ain't know that shit to teach you, bro. They don't teach you shit.
Drake ain't doing it.
Bro, that's not a good comparison because Drake has never Drake has never had an album that has tried to teach you anything.
He a rapper though.
It's not by my standards. I didn't say that.
He acted though. My fault.
Okay.
well, let's think about the
album goddamn cover. Hate train.
He's not wrong.
I mean, no, he's not wrong, but when I say, that's still a pointless comparison to make. Like, it's not. Hold on. It's not like he's saying that Drake has come out with an album before where he's tried to be deep and tried to be, this, that, and the other. Like, shut. I can't with you, Vaz. I can't with you, man.
Let's fucking around, man.
Sure, just like the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs.
Oh my god! Listen,
like it got super quiet.
I have no comment.
Oh yeah. Man.
But I can't. The actual album cover, the album cover itself, which I did not get. But once I even looked at the album cover, he used like the money they used to buy slaves back in the day, like the slave currency.
Oh God!
He put that on this album cover.
Well, what was the currency happen to be? Like, was it just old style money?
Basically, I mean, it's like these two. I can't even describe how it looks. Like you just gotta look it up yourself. But like I'm saying, like this man is teaching. He's teaching on this shit. I had no idea. Like again, that's something new. I didn't slave currency.
See, I feel like
I had no idea what it was like, what it looked like. That shit deep. His album is deep as fuck.
I mean, that's good. That's good. But I feel like if I were to listen to his album as like a person wanting to know more, I feel like it would be like me being in math class when the teacher goes over like a really complex equation. And you want to raise your hand and say you don't understand, but you don't want to look like a fucking fool in front of everybody else, so you just don't say shit about it.
Oh, you see, this is.
I need to know.
That's why. Right, that's it. Like he's there to show you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like raise your hand, like ask questions. Like that's what he wants you to do anyway.
Yeah, I need you to clarify that. What was that? X square root of what?
And
Seven.
And again, he's been like that. He's been like that. No. You know what I'm saying? And again, he's been like that.
3 is not 7.
7.
And it's not. Nigga, say 7 again, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna knock your
7.
soul the fuck out of you. And bring you back to life. Nigga, get the fuck out of here with this.
Man.
But yeah, like I said, shout out to him, man. Like that's why he's always gonna be in my top 10 forever.
Right. And while we're talking about music, and I hate retreading
Shout out to him, man.
water, but we gotta talk about this MGK thing. Like,
Oh my God, do we have to, bro?
we do. We do.
Oh my
We
God.
do only because I don't understand the point of it. You beef with this
You
man.
understand the point?
No. You beef with this man. He claps back and you shut up. Like,
Yeah, he just
MGK
wanted
could have responded to that.
He just wanted
you
his
say,
little
well, hold
15
on. You say he couldn't, or he just didn't
No,
want
he
to.
don't. No, he don't want to. He don't want to.
that shit's over.
His plan worked. I give him his
His
props for this.
plan.
His plan.
What was his
My
plan?
nigga,
get on.
Lyndon, to get, bro. Have you ever heard of MGK before this beef with Eminem?
No.
Exactly. The nigga just got on.
Okay, so he did what he wanted to do.
But is he?
Yes.
But is he doing any better than he was now?
Yes.
Yeah, niggas
So
living
so his sales have gotten a little bit better. I won't say a lot better, but his sales have gotten a little bit better because
He's got more well known.
Yeah.
You got this by one of the biggest rappers ever. Of course,
Yeah.
we're gonna research you and figure out who you are.
And you type in his name.
Yeah. I just said.
See the traffic numbers of what it was like a week ago, a month ago, before the shit started. Compared to
Like how I was researching lyrics on Lupe shit, niggas were researching who the fuck MGK was because they didn't know who he was. So he won in his own way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eminem said this in the interview. He was like, he didn't know if he even wanted to diss this man because he was like, I want to destroy you, but I don't want to make you bigger.
Yeah,
He said that, but he did it anyway. You know, he said fuck it. But MGK getting all the man. I ain't never seen this man name so much in my life. I don't have one song from this man, and I listen to hip hop all the time.
Except for
I
that
don't have
diss.
that song. I don't have it, but I've heard. Yeah, that's the only song I've ever heard from that man, bro.
Mm.
Come on, man. Like his plan worked. He dissed the biggest rapper in the world.
So
the biggest rapper in the world, not the best.
So
His
who's
plan
to
worked.
say? So if you're gonna say his plan worked, can we agree that Eminem's plan worked?
What was Eminem's
Well,
plan?
what you trying to say his plan was?
To drop a trash ass album, let them niggas dog him out, so he have a reason to fucking clap back.
Oh no. After watching this interview I mean, that was a good theory, but after watching this interview
Hold on. Really? Really?
Hold on. I need to hear this. Hold on, Rob.
I said his plan. I'm saying Eminem's plan was to drop a album that would not sell, so that niggas would talk about it and put it in a negative light, so that M could come back stronger than ever.
No, I get that, but in your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's just my opinion. Yeah, it's just my opinion.
No. Give me an honest answer. In your opinion, do you think Kamikaze was a trash album?
Well, see, I haven't had a...
Kamikaze.
No. I'm talking about Revival. I feel like he put out. I feel like he put out Revival as fucking bait for anybody who thought they could fucking walk up to him, punch him in the face, and walk away. And then he dropped Kamikaze.
Yeah, no questions.
So,
See.
yeah,
So, because he's
see.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Y'all only saying it because it's him and he's
No,
psychotic. He would
no,
do shit like that.
no, bruh, no.
On the strength of M, I fuck with M as far as being a lyricist and an overall MC. You know, the creativity and his style, everything together makes him who he is as an MC. I fuck with him for that. But his footwork leading up to that, like, come on, bro. It's Eminem.
Right. So
That was not good.
and
It
and
was.
and
It wasn't good.
and
It
I
wasn't
have
good at
to
all.
I have
Okay,
to
my bad.
I have to
Yeah,
change subjects to get you to understand why I feel like that was his plan.
okay.
Think of any game you've played where you liked it, but it just
Okay.
wasn't good enough, or it was garbage and it just wasn't good at all. And then
Mhm.
you see the sequel come out, and that shit is getting fucking great reviews. Now all of a sudden, 10 years down the line, don't worry about the first game. The sequel will be way better. That's
Oh
what
no,
this is,
just
bro.
think of this. Nah, look at it like this. A game you like the shit in for like part 1, 2, and 3. Part 4
Mhm.
come out, you're like, alright, I've been beating everybody ass in this. I'm gonna give a nigga a chance to whip me around for like this whole jank. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Niggas beating the shit out of you. Part 5 come out, niggas like, oh yeah, man, I was crushing them in part 4. I'm a dog the nigga on part 5. Then you just flip the script and do everything you just did from
Right,
part 1, 2, and
bruh.
3 on their
It's
ass.
it's like it's like fighters. When y'all beat me
Yeah.
once, what do? I come back in the next 2 rounds and I fucking clean house. I make it to
Y'all
where
basically y'all.
I make it to where y'all
Y'all really are
regret having
saying
beat me.
y'all really saying that this man is fucking psychotic because that's fucking
Nigga
psychotic to
is.
put out an album. I know he is. That's the
Bruh,
thing. That's why we saying
but
this
Any
because
but
he's
it's
nigga who
it's
psychotic.
any
but
nigga who
it's
put out some shit
beautiful.
about his mom like that is psychotic, bro.
Right.
And that, you know what
It
I'm
is
saying?
beautiful.
M
But
is. So,
it's
I
beautiful.
love this theory though. I love
Hold on.
this. I love this theory. He put out a
It's
bad
hold
album.
on. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but I don't feel like he's psychotic. He's not psychotic until he
Come
disses his
on, bro.
own. He's not psychotic until he disses his own daughter.
See, this
That's
is on
that's
daughter.
that's when M lost it. That's
Wait.
when M loses it. When he has a
You
reason
say
to put when
when he
M
diss his own daughter.
when M has a
M.
reason
The
when
nigga
M
already diss his own mother. Like, what the fuck?
I mean he did his own mother,
He
but
did his own mama. Yeah.
I'm saying when he has a reason to diss his own daughter, that's when M has lost
Oh,
it.
that's never going. No, that's not gonna happen.
Why would he have a reason to diss his own
That's
Shit,
daughter?
never
He,
going.
I
That's never gonna
he
happen.
don't. I
killed the nigga
How did?
career for dissing his daughter. Now he about to
Yeah,
do
we
the
can't
same
diss his
shit
daughter.
to the next
I'm
nigga. Like,
Hey,
you know what
if
I'm
he's willing to
saying?
go after his mom, I put nothing past nobody. Vez. He could go after his daughter if he
Nah, see,
wanted.
that's a difference. That's a difference.
I
He
don't think
raised
he would
his
never do
daughter
that. He raised her. He hated his
to
mama.
make her who she is. His mom made him believe some shit. His mother made him believe some shit that wasn't even true about himself. That made him crazy. Like, that shit fucked him up in the long
What
run.
did she
Now, if
say?
Haley,
I would. Thank you, Vance. I wish more people would
if
realize this
Haley,
shit. I don't understand how
if
people don't
Haley
realize
fucked
this.
around and, you know what I'm saying, made him believe some shit that wasn't true and it just came out, then just maybe,
He'll say something bad about her.
she
He's a
might get a
even
diss
even
track or something.
even then it's a slight chance it might not
Yeah.
happen.
Like,
I'm
that
still
shit
mad how
is,
y'all ain't saying this ain't psychotic that y'all trying to say this man put out a bad album
Bro,
just
what
so
if
people can
no,
talk
hold on,
shit
hold on, hold on, hold on,
so he can
I'm not saying
hold
run
it's
on,
on the
a
hold
next
bad
on.
one.
What
album.
if it was anybody else? What if it was anybody else?
You mean if you trying to say if
This,
anybody put out a bad album
Mm-hmm.
and then come back less than a year later and put out a great album
Anybody else
on purpose? You trying to say he did it
on
on
purpose,
purpose though?
But my question is, what if anybody else did this on purpose?
I mean, you gotta think about it. The nigga
I
M
don't
don't
think he
put
did.
out trash shit, bro. Like, that album,
No,
I ain't even listen to it, bro. Like, straight up.
yeah, revival is definitely not gonna be considered. It's nowhere gonna be near the top of his best work. Nowhere near like that. I didn't understand that shit. I was disappointed. I just was
Bruh,
like, yo, this shit is just not.
it
It just isn't good.
plays it plays into the whole theme revival, but he
But
didn't
see, after
actually revival, but he didn't actually revive.
no, he didn't. I don't even know why he
He
called it that shit.
because he calls because he called Kamikaze.
But Kamikaze was like a fucking reflex. Like he made Kamikaze because Robert was bad,
Bro,
or it was known as being a bad album to
bro,
everybody, to most people.
But you're not catching it. Revival came first, then Kamikaze.
Okay.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
See, like he basically killed himself with Revival. So he made Kamikaze. Exactly. There we go.
Again, you're saying he's psychotic then.
Oh my God, Rob.
It's evident. That nigga is crazy.
Because it is.
Right, like I'm not.
I know, but he's so crazy. You put out a bad project of people just talk shit about you for the past year.
Bro, I shit you.
Back on an album that you just put out this year.
Rob, I shit you not. I would make a garbage ass poem and put that shit out there for the world to judge, criticize, ridicule, whatever. But that happens in life regardless, though.
But you said no. But you're saying he did this on purpose. That's the only thing. You're saying that he did this on purpose. That's the psychotic part. You're saying he put out a bad album.
How's the psychotic? That might be part of the game these days, man.
No, hell no. You put out a bad album. You want those. You're one of the greatest rappers. You put out a bad album. So people can talk shit about you. So people can doubt you for the past year.
Nigga, look at Nicki's career. I'm waiting on this comeback.
Oh my God! But clearly she's trying because she won't be talking all this shit. She cares. What she thinks she's doing. She thinks she's putting out. Great music.
You know what? My real example is Kanye. Cause this nigga here
what you gonna say about this man?
This man is amazing in my eyes only because he's the only person I know who could do off the wall crazy ass shit and put out an album and niggas still buy that shit.
Because he's Kanye.
Some niggas buy that shit. Them LA confused niggas.
Niggas say LA confused. When I say
coke sniffing,
when I say
tablet ass pill niggas.
Because I didn't buy that last shit he put out. I didn't.
Hold on, when I say I mean I get that, but what I'm saying is people still bought.
Don't forget Drake said that shit flop. And don't forget Drake said that shit flop. Don't forget about that.
When he said that?
Drake said that shit on stage. He said that his album flopped. It was like on a verse. He changed the words of his verse.
Kanye. That nigga Kanye ain't bro. If he go back to Chicago, relocate, you know what I'm saying?
He just did that.
That's why I said it. You know what I'm saying? He regathered himself. He pick up some old choo-choo energy from back in the day, you know.
I eat that Amber Rose booty.
But got him the way he was.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the Amber Rose shit. Maybe, rekindle relationship with his old girlfriend before he got the way he was.
Mm-hmm.
But
the girl he was with when
but
his mom was alive.
Part of me feels like
maybe that nigga be back.
Part of me feels like this happened because of the mental issues he's dealing with.
You say,
but then again, part of me believes that shit. Yeah, but then again, part of me thinks that's his gimmick now. Wow. do some crazy fucked up shit, and then blame it on, the mental. Yeah, whatever the mental issue is he's having. I can't remember the name of it.
They need to stop playing around. You know what I'm saying? Just Kanye from out that underground laboratory they got him in and kill the clown, man. Like
there's no reason for him to be acting like this, bro. Not at this point of his career, and there's no reason.
It's the clown.
You're Kanye West. There's no reason for you to act like this, dog.
Let the real Kanye. Kanye, man.
I blame Kim Kardashian, but.
I miss spaceship.
Why do you blame his wife?
Because he didn't start doing this. Because he didn't start doing stupid shit until he got with her. Does nobody else see this? He didn't start doing dumb shit until he got with her.
Yeah, man. It's that system, man. It's
Come on, man.
Kanye, man.
like I said,
Out
listen.
of that laboratory, man.
When he was with Amber Rose, that nigga made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which I feel is one of the greatest hip hop albums ever. He got with Kim Kardashian. That nigga made Jesus.
You think that was one of the best?
Yes. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Pause on your. Hold on. Pause on your. Pause on your pause. Hold on. Pause on your pause, because he said ever. If he just said one of the greatest, I'd have been like, all right, whatever. But he said ever.
I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of the greatest hip hop albums ever made. Yes.
One of his.
Better than College Dropout.
I think that's one of the greatest hip hop albums ever made too. I feel like Kanye West discography is that great.
No. Which one is better, College Dropout or the Dark Fantasy? I need to know.
Come on, Hobart.
I need to know. Give me answer.
You said College Dropout or My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, bro.
He called this nigga Hobart.
He did.
Facts. Big facts.
Shit.
So now you thinking, because you know, you thinking fuck that. Fuck that. You're thinking because
I would say that with any of his first 4 projects, College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Between them two,
all those 4, I couldn't.
Nah, to me, Late Registration is his magnus opus to me.
Late Registration?
Yeah, I like Late Registration over all of that other shit.
College Dropout. And My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was better production-wise than College Dropout.
No. Okay, in my opinion, College Dropout.
That's tough.
Hands
That's his
down,
best album?
That should take the cake on all his work. That was the realest shit he ever put out.
I love
Graduation.
Through the Wire. When It All Falls Down.
I can bounce. You can do that with any of these 4 albums. That's what I'm saying. His catalog during those years was fucking great. He was putting classics after classics. They made this 4 classics.
I'm not denying none of that. But the shit that really hit home was that one album for me. Like everything there, like everything, like that shit was, like.
I feel like that shit. So what you're saying is that shit spoke to you.
No question.
I feel like every Kanye West, not every Kanye West, but those 4 all spoke to me.
Yeah. From College Dropout to Late Registration.
Mm-hmm.
Graduation. Greatness. All that was greatness.
Yeah.
That was greatness to me.
But College Dropout for me was that one album. That one album from him that was like everything. Like it was relatable. Inspirational.
That's why there's a lot of people will forever fuck with Kanye because of that album, because of Late Registration, because of Graduation. He made all that greatness, and people will forever remember for that. So people will not. They refuse to just stop listening to him. You feel me? Some people will. I ain't saying that, right?
I like the real Kanye. This clone shit gotta go, man.
Like I said, when he got with Kim Kardashian, this nigga made Yeezus.
You gotta think about it.
That's all I'm gonna say. This nigga made Yeezus.
But he just make it sound like that was his worst album.
I know a lot of people say
this is the worst. This is the worst. Like they need to bring Kanye out of that lab, bro. Just let him free.
Let me say this. Those 4 albums, classics. When he got with Kim Kardashian, this nigga made Yeezus, Life of Pablo, and this recent shit. Those 3 albums are gonna be at the bottom of his list.
Whoa.
I promise you.
The Life of Pablo, though, I feel like that was. I feel like that was like light. I feel like that was light.
Average.
Peeking through the cracks. That shit was light peeking through the cracks.
I get what you with that. It had some potential. The potential was there.
Especially that second song.
And he ruining people's careers.
Fucking Father Stretch My Hands, 30 Hours. Come on now.
Yeah.
30 Hours? What's that?
30 Hours. It was a pretty good song.
You wouldn't know because you didn't listen to the song.
But listen, those 3 albums are going to be at the bottom of his list. None of those 3 albums are better than his first 4. That's what I mean. Put them at the bottom. That's
Right.
what I mean.
Okay.
Ever since it got with, what's her name? Since it got with Kardashian. That's them 3 albums he made. You want to wear short John shit? This nigga's wearing polo, bro. This nigga's wearing polo. Shut up, nigga.
I don't know why y'all listen to this man when he speak. Like,
This nigga,
I don't know. We need to stop.
like,
We need to stop.
yeah, I don't know why y'all acknowledge it, why y'all don't respond to it. Y'all just
One last thing too. This the funny part. He got an album coming out this Friday. I don't know if y'all niggas knew this.
are you serious?
He got another album come out this year already, bro. Come out this Friday. This shit called Yandi.
Yandi. So wait a minute, is he going through like the whole religious thing or something, like Jesus,
I don't know what
Yandi? Like, I don't know.
When you get the Kush knot, then we can probably talk about.
Oh no. God
Come out
dang.
this Friday, man. I have no expectations.
Oh my goodness.
Him and Wayne come out this Friday. Him and Wayne.
Oh my God. Wayne finally. Wait, whoa.
Carter 5 come out this Friday. He announced it today.
God dang. I'm scared. Cause now niggas gonna have to decide whether or not they wanna go with Kanye or if they wanna give Wayne a chance. And trust me, it's gonna have to be a chance.
I know for sure I ain't listening to neither one of them, so.
Yo, but what's so funny is he fucking sat there all surprised and shocked talking about some, oh, word coming out with something Friday. Oh, I know for sure I ain't listening to none of them niggas.
Listen to none of this shit, fuck them niggas.
Like,
he ain't listening to none of these niggas, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man, bro. They gave you classes, bro. They gave you these classes, dog. What you mean?
No.
Fireman.
Wayne's Ghostwriter gave me classics.
No, man.
Here we go.
The uncloned Kanye gave me classics.
The uncloned Kanye.
Okay. I ain't been arguing with you.
And all these characters will be in Def Jam 4.
Oh, shit. If that shit's made, I'm buying it.
And I'm gonna be whooping all they ass.
Well, you know for a fact that Drake gonna be a character. He's gonna be like a 2-in-1 character, right?
Every match he
No, hold on, listen, Vez. He gonna be, hold on, Vez. Vez, hold on, chill out.
Air Forces,
chill out.
Nikes. I hope they got my fucking New Balances in there, cause I'm gonna leave it on that nigga head, bro. I'm telling you.
Yo, hey, Rob. You know how in Mortal Kombat they got them characters where it's like 2 characters in one, and they technically just work together through the combos, like like Ferrithor or Smoke and Noob Saibot. Well, that's how Drake's character gonna be on Def Jam 4. It's gonna be him and Quentin Miller.
Oh shit! They gonna have Drake and a one-leg nigga. Oh shit!
This nigga Vez gonna pick his rapper. You know how you put the second controller and then you just set that bitch down so that the character just stays there?
Yeah.
That's what Vez gonna do. He just put the second controller on.
He gonna be like, this is how I train every day. I just pick this nigga as my right. Oh my God, damn.
He said he's gonna get video streaming. Oh my God.
Terrible.
Well, like I said,
niggas I don't like, man.
I'm gonna give both of those albums a chance. I will say that. I'm gonna give both a chance. I'm gonna listen to Wayne first.
Like,
man. That is terrible.
I'm listen to Wayne first because he ain't put an album since like 2012. So
who you talking about?
I said Wayne and Kanye both dropped this Friday, so I'm gonna listen to both. I'll probably listen to Wayne first. See how that shit sound. Just been so long.
Man, some real shit. I hope that shit ain't trash, man. But I got a feeling that shit gonna be trash.
It's a chance, bro. It's
Right.
a chance.
It's always a chance.
He ain't put nothing dope out in years, bro. In years. Yeah.
That's why I say shout out
we
to
know
these
why.
folks that stay on Wayne though, man. No, Wayne been dropping mixtapes, bro. Don't. He was dropping mixtape after mixtape. It just niggas. I ain't see a lot of niggas fucking with it, but all these niggas out of woodwork right now this week also the Goats dropping this Friday. I'm like, yo, what the fuck y'all niggas was before this Friday? For this week, I ain't seen none of y'all niggas existed. But the Goats dropping this Friday, all right. That's cool. We'll see.
Man.
That's cause niggas fuck with that title. That shit, man, that shit hold weight. Man. Them first two Carters, classic.
Oh, yeah.
I swear to God, they is the mob, the ride to that shit. Like that shit, man. I'm telling you.
The mob is the Carter 2 so classic. Like I remember when I got that bitch, and when the mob came on, this was back then where you didn't know how long a song was finna be. So I just put that shit in, and this nigga just kept rapping. He just kept rapping, and he was killing that shit. I was like, bro, this intro is fucking amazing. Like, I was like, this nigga.
Gilly to write his next album. Cut a check for everybody, man.
No.
If you don't think about it, you can get the fuck out of here.
Before we wrap this up, you have any movie news? Because that's like the one topic we haven't. Well, we touched on it with none, but
any coming out.
Yeah. I don't. Bro, for me to see that movie, the Rotten Tomato score has to be over 50. Like, well, no, I take that back. Not the Rotten Tomato score. What's the other one? The audience score has to be over 50.
Oh, okay.
Because critics will fucking lie to you in a heartbeat. Like a goddamn heartbeat. They'll say some shit is good. You'll go see it, and you'll be like, that shit was ass.
What you talking about? The movie Venom?
No, just movies in general. Like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Critics will say that shit was. Yeah.
Before we talk about Venom, let me backtrack a little bit. Mission Impossible Fallout was really, really good.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
That was a great movie. I mean, a great movie.
Yeah.
She was dope. That shit was dope from start to finish.
Oh,
I
man.
had to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you check out Ready Player One yet, Ew?
Hell yeah, I bought it on DVD. I bought it, watched it. It was wonderful. Probably one of my favorite. That is definitely in my top 20 of favorite movies. Top 20. I say top 20 because my top 10, but my top 5. The last person that asked me this, I had to rethink my whole life. Right. Right. Like I had to rethink my life when I got asked that question. So I can't give you an answer right now. Alright.
Yeah. Shout out to Mission Impossible Fallout. I enjoyed that shit. Venom is next 2 weeks from now.
Then we also got Red Dead coming out this month too, or next month.
Yeah, man.
Hey, on the real, man, we need to start streaming that shit.
What? Red Dead?
Red Dead come out? Yeah, we got.
Oh, when it come out, okay. I thought you were talking about like having like a countdown to some of this shit. That's coming too. I like that trailer.
What? I've not seen that trailer. I've seen no mentions of that trailer.
I enjoyed it.
Nah, the nigga, hey man, he featured in the movie. He got a cameo.
Wow.
You get stepped on in the first 5 minutes.
Oh God. Bro, for some reason you said stepped on. You said stepped on. My mind thought immediately of Attack on Titan.
Oh man.
Like you get a little bit more than you get a little bit more than stepped on in that movie.
You get stepped on.
He sent you the clip. The nigga got still a step on him. He walked, then he turned back, and he looked down at the nigga and pick him up. And he eat the nigga.
Just eats them.
Felt bad for him. He felt fucked up for leaving his food stepped on, basically. Like,
oh wow.
cameo scene.
Goddamn, man.
Fucking.
This nigga started and rolled, got stepped on in the movie. That's fucked up.
As soon as the nigga came out the water, though, like
I hope that was CGI. That's all. I hope that was CGI.
what else about
that's pretty much it, unless you want to backtrack to Spider-Man.
No, we was about to talk about no, it was something else.
I forgot what it was.
The gigabytes came out today.
Oh my god! I still want to be like, fuck that game, just for that right there.
105, right?
Yes, like
you need 105 gigabytes on your system.
And mind you, that's just the base game. That's not talking about goddamn. No, right? Whoa, bro, that's not even talking about the online.
Oh yeah, that's coming too. Yeah, November.
I thought about that shit too. That shit.
Y'all, but 105 gigabytes, y'all. 105.
I ain't deleting 2K for that shit.
You don't delete something you just bought. Don't delete that.
Oh, that
right.
shit ain't delete that.
105 gigs, man. I meant to look up how big Grand Theft Auto 5 was when it came when it came out. Actually, I can look right now. I have my case right here. Let me see.
Yeah.
How big Grand Theft Auto 5 was when it came out. Let me see. 55 gig minimum. Grand Theft Auto 5. Red Dead 2 doubles that. Good lord, bro. That shit gonna be, that game gonna be that big, y'all. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 was 55 gigs. Red Dead 2 gonna be 105. That game will be that huge.
I can't right now. Like
Rockstar, man, these niggas, they've been working on this shit for 8 years.
This shit better be good, but it ain't gotta be goddamn 100 and something kids. Like
they making it seem like real talk. Like hearing these people play those 2 hours, they're making it seem like when you get the game, when I get the game, Vest, Amen, Nova, everybody who get it, like when we all play it, we all gonna have a different experience. Every single one of us, none of us gonna have the same things that gonna happen to us when we play this game. Real shit, man.
Oh my god. That's
shit on it.
That's one thing I am. That's one thing.
They said the horses poop dynamically.
Oh no.
I don't know if y'all saw that.
Oh my god, no.
They poop dynamically, bro.
That nigga A-Man sat on the back. That's why they poop on.
You know, that's one thing I do kind of want to know about the game. Like they said that you kind of have to have the right horse for the job. Like, are they gonna let you have more than one horse?
See, this nigga know.
Hey man, know what you talking about? I hear over there, my boy.
How do I know he's not just spitballing and fooling us?
Well, hey man, he talks sense sometimes, bro. You gotta give him sometimes. Sometimes it makes sense, bro. But I don't know about different horses. I'm pretty sure you can have more than one horse. I know they said that if your horse dies, it's gone forever.
Are you serious?
They said the shit does not respond, my brother.
Oh
they said
no!
If your horse dies when you play in that game, it is gone forever.
Oh no! Yeah, I was in a shootout and Mr. Dimples died. What am I supposed to do?
They say if you in a shootout, you better hope one of them niggas don't shoot your horse leg off. You got to put that bitch down. You got to push that. You got to put that horse down, my brother.
They got doctors and shit.
Bruh.
Hell no, my nigga.
But you know what I just thought of? You know, I just thought of that episode of Family Guy where the dude had the horse with the broke leg. He's like, "Hey, you ready to go?" Yeah. See, I'm good. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, we're gonna have to put you down."
Gonna put you down.
Nigga says, "You wanna put me down? Wanna put me down? Now I'm the human. You're the horse. Right?"
That shit was so funny. That shit was so funny. Bro.
That shit hit me out of nowhere. I said, "Yo."
But yeah, like they said, like the amount of details you read it today, they really said that all of us gonna have like probably have a different play.
You know what this means for Red Dead Online, right?
What?
That means I'm killing all y'all horses on site.
Just to do it.
Just to do it. Yes.
Oh yeah, they said you're supposed to have 32 players too. Versus
yeah, I saw that.
30.
Two players more is not a fucking highlight to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not.
I don't know what you just said.
The one that costs the most has a negative because it doesn't come with the game. What you talking about that one? It doesn't come with the game, bro. It's a nice bundle. It's real nice, but it does not come with the game. I don't know why Rockstar did that bullshit.
Yeah.
No. If you buy Red Dead 2, like the ultimate edition, they come for like a treasure chest and shit, and the maps and bandanas and shit. Yeah. That shit does not come with the game. You just get all that collector shit. It doesn't come with the game. I swear. Look, if you look it up, man, look at Red Dead 2's like the special edition comes with the game, the ultimate edition comes with the game. But that other edition, the one that costs so much money, it does not come with the game, bro. You just get all the other shit.
Oh yeah. You just get this shit. You don't get the game. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I thought that shit was crazy.
That is greed. That's plain and simple.
That shit in the store, Mo. When I got 2K, he was telling somebody that when he was reserving it. I was like, what?
You don't come with the game, man. I said, Rockstar.
He was like, what the fuck is the point of buying it? He was like, yeah, some people just want to collect the items.
Nah, fuck that.
It ain't enough items in the world.
Right.
You have to come with the game, my nigga. Like, get the fuck out of here, Rockstar.
Rockstar they about to just wait till this motherfucker come out. Fuck a pre-order, nigga. I will not be that nigga.
Right.
I was debating.
You got my paycheck all fucked up.
Man, what?
I'm debating if I want to get the special edition. I don't know yet. I want for $80.
Yeah, I reserved special edition.
I might just still get the base game. I don't know.
Man.
We'll see.
That is amazing.
Just a little bit more details came out yesterday. They were saying like if you're carrying somebody's like dead body on your shoulders, they're like the blood from their body actually leaks on your clothes. And
I hope they don't
take the body off. What?
I hope they don't fucking lose their bowels after death too.
I don't think they put it in the game.
I legit thought that's what you were gonna say for a minute there. Like you could be carrying a dead body over your shoulders, and then nigga might fucking fart and shit at the same time.
Right. But they say if you carry somebody and blood get on your clothes, the blood stays on your clothes.
You can't clean it. You can't change your clothes
unless you change clothes or it rains. The blood will stay on your clothes. And it was like you walk into a town with blood on your clothes, everybody looks at you crazy.
Why is it everything I do, everybody gonna look at me like I'm crazy?
Because they're trying to be real.
Bruh, real talk, I'm just gonna grow out all my hair before I commit all my heinous acts. Because I'm gonna grow out all my hair before I commit all my heinous acts. That way, when I fucking clean shave my head, look like fucking baby face, ain't nobody gonna be able to pin none of that on me.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick save that, Mo. Just give me a rock. I got
you. No, not a rock.
Skin your shit ball.
Oh no.
Yeah, man. They said that's what people gonna do. Like people gonna actually like what happened. And
I needed
I'm be
like Vez. I needed a haircut, not blunt force trauma.
Hey, these motherfuckers ain't gonna recognize you no more. You got blood on your shirt. They say you was at the whorehouse and the bitch came
blood,
on her shit too early.
blood on my shirt and a knot on my head. Nah, I'm good, Sam.
Oh, you always say you got to the fight with the wrong shit and they end up winning, you know?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but that came out too. And I also say too, like a sheriff can like kick you out of town, and like you
What?
cannot come back to that shit.
Until I get the
If you
blood
keep
off?
doing, no, this is
Oh.
something different now. This is something different. It
Oh.
was like if you go into a town and you keep doing bullshit like and keep going to jail over and over,
Yeah.
they can kick you out that town.
Oh, not a five,
If you
not a
keep doing
five.
it.
Bruh, I feel like I'm gonna run into one of them situations where I'm just gonna have to. It's gonna be a ghost town because I had to kill everybody in the town.
Ooh, they haven't thought about that. If you
Right.
try to kill everybody in the town, I
Because
don't know
it
what's
kind of
going.
reminds me. It kind of makes me think of Skyrim. Like you can do that in Skyrim. You can kill everyone in Skyrim in a city, and then go back to that save file some odd months or days later and forget that you did that. And all of a sudden you're looking around like, damn, where everybody go? And then you realize, oh, I did murder everybody in this bitch.
They did say They said that Skyrim was like kind of like the inspiration a little bit for Red Dead 2.
Oh my god.
So maybe you can do that. Maybe you can go in that town. If you get lucky enough to kill everybody there without dying, then the town's gonna be empty forever. There was another funny thing. They said that a player was like walking past a house that's being built. Cause they say if somebody building a house in the game, you come out later and it's finished, right?
Yeah.
So they said that the player had walked to the gate. It was a guy and his kids building the house. He had like 2 kids, and they said he talked to the dad, and the dad was calling his kids like good for nothing, like they just lazy. You know what I'm saying? So the player walked to the kids. And he said he walked to the kids. He said something to the kids, which made the kids run off.
Oh
He said
shit.
when the kids ran off, the house fell on top of the player, and the player died. The real talk. They said that's what happened, bro. They
Oh
said the
my
kids ran off. They left
gosh.
from working on the house. The house collapsed on top of the player, and they died.
The house collapsed, though.
Because the kid was supposed to have been holding like something to keep it up, because they're working with the dad. So when they left their post to run off, because I guess you scared them or something, or said something to them rude, they ran off. The house just collapsed.
I thought you were finna tell me that they ran off and the house collapsed on the dad. And I was gonna be like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. Then again, he was calling them good for nothing.
It probably did. But I don't know, maybe you couldn't tell because it collapsed on the player. So they more focused on you, the player, than the dad that's over there, I guess, helping build. But
that shit.
Oh, they say it happened though. It says like it's so much little details, man, with this game that's gonna have people like crazy. No, it is funny. It was funny when I heard about it.
Yeah,
Just the house collapse.
That is hella funny. Like words can't describe how funny that is.
Yeah. Yeah, the swamp scene so damn. Them swamp scenes so damn dangerous to be into. Like I can't wait. Hell, the swamp. Hell yeah, bro. They shit got like alligators and all that shit. Crocodiles on me in that bitch.
Oh, that's the place I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna be like, horse, you have one job. Don't get your legs bit off.
They also said too that's over 200 species of animals in this game.
God damn. Now, so that's
200 different kinds of animals.
Now I do remember that photo they posted like a while ago about that, but that definitely wasn't up 200 damn species. Like.
Yeah, they ain't post all of them, but they came out and said there's over 200 different kinds of animals in Red Dead 2.
What the fuck?
That's too much.
Bro. I say fuck.
That is far too much.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, my online character gonna be an Indian, bro. Cherry. Be running around.
Yeah.
Man. I had a bow and arrow, shotgun, pistol, all that shit.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with this online. Then, like I said, they call it an online beta, man. That's again, that's what's having me a little worried.
Yeah, when that thing come out?
Yeah,
November.
how do you get access to the beta?
You just gotta have the game.
But
You gotta have the game. That's it.
Okay. Because
But the
part of
word
me,
beta is scary.
yeah, to
Yeah, it's like
you,
you telling me. Because it's like you telling me that when you put out beta, yeah, it's not exactly. It's not ready when you put it out. You feel me? I'm gonna still play it. I'm still play the hell out of it. But once it come out, I feel like this shit. The beta's like saying like, yo, give us time. Like we know y'all want to play
we have some
online,
things to
but
work on.
yes, that's it. That's exactly what that beta means to me. Like this isn't the final product, but just bear with us until we get it right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did the same thing with Grand Theft Auto 5. Did the same thing. Grand
They
Theft Auto 5
didn't. They
online
didn't
did
have
not
no
get
beta
good
though.
until like a year later.
I would say they didn't have no beta though.
They fucked
I
us
think
over on GTA 5.
GTA 5. I think they probably wanted it to be a beta at first, but they didn't call it that. But it should have been, because when that shit first came out, that shit was a
Oh,
fucking
that shit was
mess.
hella buggy.
It was buggy. That shit should have been a beta.
I had to start the same mission over like 8 times.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I had to recreate my character so many
Man,
times. That's
I
why I
got
got
stuck.
off of it.
I got stuck on the part. I got stuck on the part with the race. Like I was supposed to wait for my car to pull up and hop in, and that shit wasn't working. Then when I did get in my car, I had to wait for I guess other newbie players like myself who were joining to like actually make up the race. And I was like, bro, what?
That's why I think they probably wanted to call it a beta back then, but it was too late.
Wow.
So they to not make that mistake again, they're finna say, listen, we calling this a beta, so don't tear us apart for this shit. You know.
And be like, it's not my fault.
What they should have did was gave us that early. Like, just put it out for free. Let niggas play that shit. You know what I'm saying? Give us like a small little area. Don't get a whole game away. You know what I mean? Like,
Rockstar, they want you to play that story, bro. That's that. I'm gonna be real with you. That's what they want. They want you to play that story first.
But I'm saying though, like if you trying to catch the attention.
Hey, bro.
Alright.
That's.
Oh my god. But yeah, like I said, they want you to play that story because they know they probably put in so many man hours, blood, sweat, and tears in their single player that they want y'all to they don't want y'all to focus on online yet. I think that's what it is. Again, they did the same thing with Grand Theft Auto 5. That's why the online came out a couple of weeks later. They wanted y'all to play that. They wanted you to play the story first, play that plot that they put so much time into, that world, before you got online. Because they know when people get online, they're going to say, fuck that story. They know people going to do that. So that's how some people just work. They don't care about the main story. They just want to play online. You know what I'm saying? But me, I put that story first, then I get online. That's how I do it. But some folks don't do that. But yeah, man, less than a month now, man. We said it's September 27th. We less than a month away now.
Oh yes.
Less than a month, man. Still waiting for gameplay part 2. Whenever that's coming. You know. But, yeah,
I know, man. We was saying this shit for like yesterday. We were saying 3 months away. And we're less than a month away. This shit crazy.
Less than a month, man. From one of the from what people are saying, it's gonna be one of the greatest games we've ever played.
I mean, time is flying by fast, so.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that shit. Beat it in the weekend anyway.
Beat it in a weekend? Fuck, I don't know, bro.
Don't do that.
I doubt I beat this game before the year is over with, to be honest.
Real talk. Oh my god, Linda? Oh
yeah,
my god, you sure right? You thought about this?
Yeah, I doubt I beat this.
Stuff to do on the
side. I doubt I beat this bitch before the year is over with. Like to be honest with y'all, I need to be playing Kingdom Hearts right fucking now. Because I feel like it's gonna take me that much time between Red Dead coming out and Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out for me to fucking finish Red Dead. Like I feel like But it's gonna be the first time in history I buy a game that I do not unpackage because I'm gonna play Red Dead, buy Kingdom Hearts 3, finish Kingdom
Ooh.
Hearts Complete Edition, and then play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, while you doing all that, I'm gonna tell you how Red Dead is.
No, like you missed
Yes.
a
No, he's gonna play Red Dead 2. He's still gonna play it. He just ain't gonna buy
yeah,
Kingdom Hearts 3 and just have it sitting in the case.
Nah, I
So he
know.
right.
on
I'm
Red
just
Dead.
gonna spoil the ending for him.
Nah, you're not gonna hear from me,
Oh
nigga. What you
man,
mean,
bro, stop it, stop it.
bruh?
We're gonna be separated for about a week though.
Right, a week, shit, a month. Nah, I'm gonna hunt you
Nah,
down like Craven the Hunter if you damn spoil this damn game.
Don't
hey,
you
I'm gonna
do
see
it,
you
man.
screenshots and
Don't
shit.
you
Nah,
do it.
I
Don't
ain't
you
even.
do it, dog.
I am not even.
I'm
Every
gonna
day I get
message
off.
him to you.
Nah, fuck that. Every day I get off work, my phone will be in the off position.
I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to.
Send it to the group chat.
Nah,
Man, if you do that shit, bro,
nah.
I'm about to find this nigga, man. Bro, I'm about to find out where
Right.
this nigga live. I'm like, listen,
I'm like,
we
hey,
gotta get this nigga.
what in the
We gotta get
fuck
this
is
nigga,
you
bro.
doing?
Come to my house.
Oh, he welcomed us in. I don't know about it now. That nigga
Mm-mm.
sound like he just ready for.
Oh,
He
yeah,
ready
I
for
know.
war.
Like,
Shit at the
nah,
doorway.
fam. Nah, fam.
Oh
I'm
man.
good. I'm good.
I wouldn't do that though. I am going.
But
I'm definitely gonna get it over with quick. I still got it.
damn, man, that's crazy. See, it's funny that you say that. Okay, this is gonna be funny. Like how all of us play this game. I can't wait for this shit. Like, cause like I said, Linden. This
Wait,
nigga Linden.
did he do a game like that before? It was some game he
God of War.
played. And I
God of War.
still, to this day, I swear to God, I don't know how you finish that shit so fucking quick.
Oh, yeah, I
Fans
did
God
that
of War
shit.
over the weekend. Over
Yeah,
that
I did
weekend.
that shit in like what 2 days span?
But see, he didn't do none of the side shit, right,
I mean,
Max?
even if you did
I
do
killed I
well,
killed the Valkyries. I killed all the Valkyries.
you probably did that shit after though,
I
right?
lit order.
Yeah,
No, I
after
did
you
it in
beat the story,
between.
didn't you?
Nah,
Oh
I killed
wow.
I don't
You
I
believe
killed
that.
the Valkyries.
You call
I
it
killed the
bullshit.
Valkyries.
You must
After
have been
I
on
beat the story.
vacation when you did this shit, cause
No, I at the weekend. The fuck?
no, I think he literally played all weekend. Like
Yeah, I played
he
the
played
whole
that shit all
weekend,
weekend.
man.
so your ass is just up
I
into
beat
the
the
night.
main story. Nah, I fell asleep. Like that was the crazy part. I would have beat it earlier, but I fell asleep playing the game. So I ended up beating the main story. Then I killed all the Valkyries. Like I killed the Valkyries in between the story because I felt like I just needed to do that. I did like
Okay.
some of the side quests and missions, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow,
after I
like
killed the Valkyries, I did like in between that I was like lighting the pillars or whatever the towers and shit like that, clearing like the hidden areas and all that
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
I have
man.
a feeling though. I have a feeling. I'm gonna call it right now. I have a feeling that you're not gonna be able to do that for Red Dead 2. I just have this feeling.
Hey,
I have
if
this
they
Oh
feeling.
lock,
nah, bro,
if they,
Not over a weekend. Not over a weekend.
I would say if they
No, no,
lock
no.
off part of
I
the
don't think
map, hell nah.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it in over a weekend. I know I'm gonna do it in a week though.
I'll give you a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like,
That's my rhythm. So that's gonna be crazy too to me. Man's gonna hit me.
Yeah, I know.
Man's gonna hit us so that he beat the game, and I won't be. I ain't gonna tell him what I'm gonna be doing. Once he hit me up with that shit, yo, I'm gonna be doing some side shit in the whole other part of the map. Like,
right.
man, that's what I'm
Yeah, I
telling.
know I'm gonna do it in a week. I'm gonna
I
try to do it
guess,
quicker.
Like I said, I'm
man.
excited for the story too, man. Like,
I said
for real, I'm excited for this plot.
I'm not about beating games quick. Not games that allow me to like level up and all this other shit. Like you can ask Rob.
Yeah,
Like
nah,
it
I
took
wanna
me 2 weeks.
experience all of that
It
shit.
took me
Every
2 weeks to beat Spider-Man, and I still got everything that I wanted out of that first playthrough. Like I 100%ed that game. I got the platinum the
Yeah,
same
same.
night. I got the platinum the same night I beat that shit.
Yeah, you definitely love Spider-Man.
yeah, that's
But I just
alright.
feel like Spider-Man was great, man. But I just feel like Red Dead, that's gonna be a whole nother beast. That's
Oh
gonna be
nah,
that's
I'm
gonna be
here.
a whole nother beast. I feel like there's gonna be so much shit to do in that game. I feel like you're gonna get sidetracked so easily. and that shit.
That's iconic.
Then you got the gang. You got your gang you can take care of. Like you gonna be doing that too. Like, cause they say you can ignore them niggas completely, and they say they'll hate you, but you can ignore them niggas if you want. For real, you know. They said they'll hate you though, but I'm not finna ignore my gang. I know that. I'm be if I kill a deer, goddamn, I'll bring it back to the camp, feed them niggas. Be like, all right, niggas, y'all satisfied? We good here? Let me go and do my own thing.
They're gonna look at you and be like, Dutch, you're all right by us bringing us that deer. Go on out there, find us a possum too, boy. Go on, skit.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
I ain't
Boy, you know
none of
what?
that shit. As long as I can hit, if I can hit 99 on 2K before anything, cause I'm gonna be Red Dead. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, it's straight grind from 99. But I know I'm gonna be dedicated playing online Red Dead. And I'm still debating if I want Destiny or not. I really am, you know, cause y'all keep saying it's good. Y'all keep saying it's this, it's that. You know, I ain't really looking
Did
to
you
like.
get the free thing for like, when it was free this past month?
Yeah, I played that shit. Like the shit was straight.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like don't get me wrong. Destiny always been my go-to shooter.
No, I just wanted
That was
to.
Destiny first one.
Yeah,
The second one.
I just wanted to be sure. That's all. Cause
Oh yeah. Nah, that's Destiny always been my shooter. Like I said, man, but they disappointed me when they came out with this trash. You know, like it was disrespect, like thing. Like it was a disgrace to the first one.
but Destiny 1 had to get better over time. So I don't know.
That's the funny
Yeah,
thing, and I
but the
said the
thing is,
same
Destiny One started off great, and it just got better. Like it wasn't fucked up. Like it was never bad.
I'm not finna. Well,
I can't agree or disagree with that. This
I
nigga
would
Rob.
disagree, but I'm not finna
You
debate about
shut your
Destiny.
mouth.
I'm not exactly. That's exactly how I feel attacked every time I debate about
Right,
Destiny.
nah,
So I'm not finna
right,
do it no more.
right,
I'm not finna do it no more.
right. Hey,
I mean,
I don't blame you, bro.
honestly,
Your opinion is
how
your
do y'all
opinion,
feel?
man.
How
Yeah.
do you feel about Destiny One?
Destiny
Seriously.
1, at the end, Destiny 1 was the greatest thing I played in terms of a shooter. Now,
At the
those,
end. So
at the
what
end,
about the beginning?
I mean, the
He
beginning
wasn't
for
there at the
me,
beginning.
right. That's why I said the
He
end, because
wasn't there.
I would say I came in at the middle. I don't know if you were in the party at the time, but I said, yo, when Destiny 3 comes out, I bullshit you not. I'm not buying that bitch until after the first 3 expansions have
Nah,
dropped.
I would say.
Well, yeah, I'm not
It might
buying
be
that
the
bitch
best
until
game.
after them first 3 expansions have dropped.
Yeah, see, that's sad though. You know what I'm saying? You want a game to come out and rock from like Jump Street. I ain't lying.
Yeah. See, like I said, I was there when Destiny 1 first came out. I was in that bitch day 1,
Mm-hmm.
and by day 30, I said I'm out this bitch. I don't want this shit no more. Like I said, no. I said this game is it for me. I
And
beat the
that was
story.
Destiny 1. That was
Destiny
Destiny 1.
1. I thought this
Oh,
like how you say you thought it was good from the beginning. I thought it was I didn't think it was good at all at the beginning.
okay.
You
Gotcha.
know, but that's me. Like I said, I saw the potential though. I always tell people this. I saw the potential it had. I thought the shooting was good. The gameplay was good. Let me give my positives. I like the shooting. I like the gameplay. The graphically it was good. Um, that was a good aspect. The bad part was the story. I thought the shit was trash, and the loot system was trash. Did not enjoy it at all. I did not enjoy how you had to get loot in that game. You know,
I
you
mean,
had to get it from that blue nigga. What was that nigga name? He was fucking horrible.
Raul, Master
He was
Raul.
terrible. He was a
I'm
terrible
I'm
being.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Rob. I still hate how they do the loot in Destiny.
Still,
Like period.
still.
To me, yeah, because okay,
That's
so let
crazy.
me explain to you what's going on with me right now. I have acquired a hand cannon. It's an exotic hand cannon. After so many kills with that hand cannon, somehow I acquired something called a catalyst. Now the catalyst told me to upgrade it to whatever. I have to get I have to get 100% precision kills. I'm at 28 out of 100. and I had been playing for like 20 minutes, so I went from 21 to 28. Then, like, after I complete that, I know I'm gonna have to do something else. Like to get entrance into this one place tonight, I had to go through 3 lost sectors, which are explorable places on any given area. I mean, I had to do them on a specific given area, but they're lost sectors across any given area. I had to do 3 of those. Then once I got 3 of those, I had to do this strike because I needed to fight Taken, which is an enemy type. And then after I fought them, I had to get like this. I think I got like this crystal or something. I got access to something, and I had to do like a third thing. It's almost like everything just builds upon itself, which is a little bad to me because it's like, damn, can I just do this one thing and get it? They really make you like struggle and work for it, and part of me is like, I don't like that. Part of me is like, it gives me something to do, but the part of me that doesn't like that really, really, really doesn't like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I always tell people too, like Destiny. When it comes to Destiny, like I said, I was there day one when Take King came out. I feel like that's when that shit took the fuck off, and it was good until the end. That's what I heard. Destiny 2 came out, and I saw like mixed reactions from people. I saw that some people thought it was straight. Some people thought that shit was bad. You
Yeah,
know.
that shit was trash. Like when it came out, I played it, and it was straight. The first expansion came out, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And
Yeah.
Osiris came out, and I was like, "Dog, nah, bro,
Yeah.
I'm good." Like
And
I
and
ain't
and
played Destiny in like months, cuz like 6 months.
and now I see everybody's back on it again because of the new expansion, which is Forsaken, right?
Forsaken. Yeah.
Okay, so isn't it kind of bad that they're doing the same track record as the first one?
That's why I
Yeah,
told
yeah.
you. That's why I told you if they come out with a fucking third one. If they come out with a third one, I am not buying that bitch until the third expansion come out. I don't care if
See,
they.
that's
That's
the
crazy.
I don't care. I don't care if they start the game with like that thigh ass third expansion. I'm not buying it until
that's
the
what they
other two come
need.
out.
They need to start it like that, like how the third one, the expansion came. They need to
Right.
start Destiny just like that, and then build on it from there. Don't decrease the hype or decrease the creativity.
Right.
Expand that shit. Give us what we
And
want.
that's and again, we know, even though the Forsaken looks like everybody said it, they're enjoying it. Like Destiny 2 is struggling. Just to be real, which
Yeah,
is like
Of course
it's
it
struggling,
is.
which is bad. It's
yeah.
bad for a game of
Anytime you
Destiny to
got,
struggle, man. That's
man,
bad.
anytime you got shooters that don't want to play shooters, that's horrible.
Right. Like,
I really want to play the shit, but it's like it's a waste of time. Like I feel as though I'm gonna get on there, I'm gonna play it, and I ain't gonna want to play it no more because all this time to invest. If they come out with something new, I feel like it's gonna fuck the game up. Then I got other shit I'm looking forward to that's coming out. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good.
yeah, that's what I mean. And then I swear I read somewhere that like half of the player base like dropped off after Destiny 1
Oh man, they
because
lost like 60%.
Hell yeah.
yeah, see, okay, so that was true. Yeah, man, I saw it and I said, damn.
Bro, there
Like
were
60
YouTubers
70%.
there were YouTubers who were quitting, like focusing on this game because they felt like the content was just that
Trash.
stagnant.
That shit was crazy. She was
I see,
crazy.
man, and and it's bad that they don't know that, like they don't know how to handle it. Like
Because they don't.
Bungie, Activision, whoever fault it is, they don't know how to handle the shit or what to do. Like sometimes.
Because part of me feels like they just like they want to listen, but they might be unable to do anything about it. And then part of me is like,
Because of Activision.
yeah, but also because of the technology. Because remember, they fall into the same trap as Telltale's, where their engine is just needs to be fucking overhauled, made easier to work with. you can't keep working with shit all your life.
And that's the thing, they got the money and the technology to make that shit worthwhile.
Right.
They do. Activision is worth fucking billions of dollars.
But not
Come on
even
now.
that though. Like they working with Blizzard. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, just cause you don't get help. I mean,
they got money,
I
bro,
don't
and they
know.
got teams behind them. Like they playing.
Mm-hmm.
They thinking they just gonna get a banger and put it out there and make a buck from it because they ain't giving a shit. Like Destiny, the first one, yeah, they got that bag from it. So now they like,
Oh,
oh
they
shit,
definitely did. They
go ahead and
definitely
throw
got that money.
another chain out and do the same shit. Yeah, they tricked the shit out of us with the like. Come on, man. Hit us with the old okey doke move. Did the same
A
shit.
lot of people. A lot of people know about Destiny One because it tricked us, and they tricked us so they. Like I said, I know y'all really like Destiny One, but I mean like when it first came out, like that shit tricked the fuck out of me. Cause the
Yeah,
trailer was looking good, the gameplay was looking good. I got that beta. I enjoyed the
yeah.
beta.
I was
I
about
was
to
like,
say,
I
I
yo,
don't.
played the
this
Yeah,
beta.
shit kinda
I need to understand. Like, every time you speak about this, I get confused because I'm like, damn, like where did they fuck up that you liked the beta, but you didn't like the game when you actually like
Man, but that's
sat down
just
and
like
bought it.
Destiny 2 beta. When the beta dropped for
because
Destiny 2, I was fucking with it. Then the game came out. What the fuck is this?
see
This ain't
what
even
man's
the
going through.
same shit.
What man's going through in the sequel. I went through in the first one.
But see,
Nah,
I
and,
went through the
that's what I'm
same shit
saying.
and that
That's what
was
I'm
the
saying.
thing though.
Like I played the
because
beta. I played the beta, and I
okay.
felt like it just wasn't. It was something not right about it. But I got it because I had people, of course, that I would play with.
Hmm.
So
I got the beta. I
I don't
played it.
know.
I enjoyed it. No, I enjoyed the beta only because it was a like you said, it was a beta and everything worked in it. Like it worked. Like everything felt good. But see, when you once you get the main game, you realize there's so much wrong with this shit. It's so much wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's a game like that, the loot system has to be good, or I'm not gonna fuck with you no more. Like, and the loot system was bad. The story, I'm a story guy. I love
Yeah.
good stories in games. That story was fucking atrocious. I said, yo, why am I doing any of this in this game? Who am I? Why are these people the bad guys? What happened to that? Has that person came back yet that left on the first one? She was like, I don't got time to, I don't got no time to play, but I don't have none, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, I don't have, what she said? I don't have time, enough time to explain about what's going on, some shit like that. She
I
left.
don't have time to
Are you talking
explain
about
why I
Destiny
don't have
1?
time to explain.
Talking
Yeah,
about
has she
Destiny
came
1?
back yet?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like that doesn't, see, that would aggravate me. You feel me? Like why was you here? Yeah, Destiny. I'm talking about
Oh
Destiny
wait,
One, but
what
it's
you
like
talking about?
that story, Destiny One,
Oh,
the story of Destiny One. Like, I thought it was so bad. I thought it was
okay.
so
You
bad. I
talking about the
said, yo, I
traveler?
can't do this. I don't know her name.
You make it sound like a drug, like what's it called, the stranger?
Yeah, the stranger. I said traveler.
The strength. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, all
Man,
that
son,
shit.
you said this shit like you were being forced to do drugs. Like, man, I can't do this shit. I can't.
I can't, bro.
And you had to
It
get
was
your life
repetitive
together.
as fuck too. Repetitive as shit. Go to a new planet, shoot a whole bunch of people, end the mission. Go to another mission, shoot a whole bunch of people, end the mission. It was repetitive as shit. And I
I
said,
mean,
yo, I can't do this.
it's slick, still is. I don't know
Because
if
you
I
could
told
do so
you.
much more than that, bro.
I don't know if
With a
I
game
told you
like
this.
that,
I'm gonna say I don't know if I told you this, but I came home one night and I took off my book bag and stuff like that, set all my shit down, and I was like, all right, time for me to go kill some shit. And I was talking about Disney, like, 'cause that's basically all you do. You just kill shit.
That's it. But like I said, with Destiny 1, you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. I don't know if for Destiny 2, for Destiny 2, you might have a better understanding why you're doing what you're doing. But on Destiny 1, no, no, it was no.
Yeah, a
You
lot of
had
this shit.
didn't make sense. A lot of shit did not make sense, bro. And I said,
Yeah,
bro,
nah,
what the
you're right.
fuck? The fuck
A
is
lot of that
this?
shit was like in the
I
blind
beat the
hand.
sto- I beat the story. And what made me trade it in was that motherfucking after game shit. We had to get them light levels. Bullshit. That shit was terrible. Terrible. I said no, I'm not keeping this. I can't. I'm trading this shit in. I can't keep this, man. I can't do it, bro. All this was before Taking King, when I heard the game skyrocketed and everybody was like, "Yo, this shit is fucking great."
And that's right around the time when I got there, and I honestly have no idea what made me buy it. To be honest, be perfectly clear with you.
The story, like I was fucking with the story.
Even her story was good on Taking King, bro. I heard everything was good about Taking King.
Shit, honestly, you can watch that shit on YouTube if you want it.
I like Crota's.
That's true, I could.
Like I just like the raid. Like I ain't give a fuck about none of the story.
See, I didn't mind the raid, but I knew the raid. I knew the raid. I didn't mind the raid, but I knew the raid wasn't gonna be for me because that shit is time consuming, and you gotta figure out what to do. And then you have assholes who don't really, understand that, you don't normally do this, so when you fuck up, they get mad at you. I'm like, bro, we asked you to help us, not the other way around. Like, nah, them were no days.
Yeah, man.
Shit was like no country. Shit was like No Country for Old Men. Is just dying over a fucking briefcase for no goddamn reason. Like, shit, you want to talk about? You don't know why you shooting shit, nigga. I don't know why I'm here.
It wasn't. It wasn't for me, man. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Then again, like, I don't know how other people look at this, but the fact that I have to spend like another $40 just to get a good version of the game is fucking stupid to me.
What you mean a good version of the game? What do you mean a good version of the game?
I guess I'm saying the expansions. Like, Taking King, was when Destiny 1, I guess, got really good. But that means I had to pay more money for the game I just bought for $60 to get good. I'm not with that. I'm not gonna do that. The base game I just spent $60 on better be goddamn fucking great from day one. Like, that's how it's supposed to work. I ain't supposed to wait months later for you to come out with an expansion that's then great, but then I have to pay for it. No.
So you prefer you would prefer it if and once again, I kind of gotta blame Rockstar for this. You prefer that they gave you an online game with free updates.
Not even free updates.
Not free updates. If the online is good though, if it's just good from day one, and then you want to charge me for some extra shit, then I'll be fine with that.
But know what I'm saying? Whoa. We just said that Rockstar's online wasn't good day one. And while they have not charged us for the extra shit, their game remains $60 for goddamn 5 years.
Well, again, Rockstar is a whole different beast. And Grand Theft Auto 5 just kept selling like crazy. So they went for them to lower that price. And online is free. And I gave up on GTA 5 online. I ain't played that shit for like a year.
Oh my god!
I played that shit for a long time, man. Hell no, I gave up on that.
You know what? You're right. You're like a step above a casual player in some respects.
Yeah. I can't be. If I was a casual player, I would love Destiny. I feel like casual niggas love that shit. They love that shit because it don't make sense. Because they don't care about story. Casual they don't give a fuck about the story.
Well, I don't think
they shoot niggas with their friends. That's all that matters to them.
I don't think that's true because remember, Sammy does not buy games like that.
He's a casual, and he loves Destiny, don't he? That makes sense. You just proved my point. He loves Destiny, but he don't play that much shit. So he loves Destiny.
But he also likes the story. You say you can't be a casual and like the story.
Well, it's different. Well, I guess that's a different type of casual. And plus, you say he likes the story.
Ah, damn, nigga, subsets the subsets. Yeah, he gets really enthralled in the story.
Why does he think? Do you think that? Then let me ask you that.
Do I think
Do
he's
you
a
think that?
casual?
No. Do you think that story is as good as he thinks?
Yeah. I feel like Destiny 2 overall had a better story. However, there are always going to be things that they could have done better. And
Oh yeah, of course.
I talked to Viz
So
about
many
this last.
cons.
I talked to Viz
So
about
many
this
cons.
last week when I told him, I said, yeah, I just finished the Osiris DLC. I liked it, but I felt like it was a missed opportunity for a whole bunch of shit. I did the Warmind DLC. I liked it, but I feel like its ending left me thinking, what are the repercussions? Now, I finished Forsaken, and I'm like, this was a true start to finish story. Only only
Okay.
thing the only thing is with expansions like these, they typically really finish the story after the raid. So
Okay.
Yeah, nah, but remember we was talking? Touch
yeah,
those trials of well, yeah, that was it, right?
yeah,
No, the whatever Osiris expansion was, whatever the fuck the name is.
yeah.
So the
Shit,
first you take you back to Mercury or
yeah,
Mars, whatever the fuck.
yeah. I just told him about it. I said when we were talking about that, it was, it was good. I said it was good, but I said I agreed with you when you said that it was a lot more they could have did with it.
Yeah, they could have incorporated time travel, all that shit, like brought back the Vex, Mental
Okay.
Class.
Right.
Okay. So going back to Blackout, does he feel the same way? Has he ever said that he feel like this his story could have that the same story y'all talking about, it could have been more, or he's just satisfied with what they gave him?
I can definitely tell you he's probably not satisfied with what they gave us, but you'd have to ask
I mean,
him
story,
directly.
just story wise, just story.
So I can't speak for him on that then.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I
That's
ain't even played it yet, dude.
yeah. That's the yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I always feel like the more games you play, the more you'll expect from other games. I've always said this.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah. No question.
yeah, like games like we played God of
That
War
kind of
this year.
just makes sense.
Amazing story. Yeah, amazing story. God of War, amazing story. It's an amazing game. Spider Man, amazing story, amazing game. Right?
That's
It
like the
was
natural.
great from
That's
day
that's like the
one.
natural progression of things. Like I'm not gonna expect the Order 1886 to be any better than what it was because that shit was trash.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, I heard that game was
Hmm.
horrible.
Rob knows firsthand how that game is.
I played it. I
That
didn't think
shit
it was
was
horror
like
though. Like,
that shit
no,
was
when I
like
got
a
on this horrible
that
train, I didn't
that
think it was
shit was
horrible.
like a heart attack.
Yeah, I heard that game was horrible.
That shit was like a repeated heart attack every time he played that shit.
I
I heard it
listen,
was. I didn't like the trailer, but they hyped it up.
listen.
Oh, bruh, they pulled the fuck
I
out that
want a
nigga. They
sequel.
got all of his
Okay,
$60,
I want a sequel too, and I
and
want a sequel. And I
he
want a sequel
he
of that game.
he the reason why people like me is like, I don't want to have to wait for the fucking sequel for that shit to be better. They should have just gave us a good game the first fucking time.
Yeah, see, okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Relate. That's why I related to this. Like I said, I want games to be good day one. I don't want it to become great later on.
Yeah,
How
but
about
that's
that? You put that shit out
but
in the
that's
store for $60.
but
I
that's
bought it
two
day one.
different
It should work.
that's two different genres though.
What you
Destiny is
know?
this
But it's a
Destiny.
no.
I
It's a
mean, no.
game.
I mean, I get that. But you have to think like. Remember what I said.
What you
If this,
mean?
hold on, listen. Remember what I said. If
Okay.
Destiny came out in the next 3 years with one and everything that came with it, and two and everything that came with it, I would
Okay.
not fucking complain. They just needed
Nobody.
more time to. They just needed more time to develop everything they had. That's it.
Man, they just need to
That's
keep
excuses,
random
bro.
roles.
You know what?
That's
You know what?
excuses to me.
You know what? I feel like if we all played like uh World of Warcraft or what's the other one? What's the other one that's like real popular? If we played like a World of
Diablo.
Warcraft game, yeah, or Diablo, I feel like we wouldn't be complaining like this. Because I can honestly tell you, I bought Diablo 3. It is on my system, but I can't tell you shit about that story. Why do I play it? because I can be the strongest motherfucker in the room and melt niggas with a stare, and that is a
Right.
great feeling. But Destiny is like different, and I guarantee you they've had like different expansions for Diablo. I don't know about all of them, but I
I'm pretty sure
guarantee you
they have.
they've had. I guarantee you this game was not good at launch like that. I don't think any game that's built like this, a looter shooter or a dungeon esque game.
You
I
trying to
don't
say
think.
MMOs?
Yeah, MMOs. I don't think any of them start out good like that. They get better over time because they have to. And the sad reality is,
So what's
you know,
Destiny 2 excuse?
what do you mean? What's their excuse? I'm saying this is for every game. Every game. I'm saying this is for every MMO. Destiny 2 is still an MMO. It just
I
hides
know.
itself as a fucking first person shooter.
I know, but you're making it sound like. Let me see. You trying to say that MMOs are not going to work day one, not going to be perfect.
They aren't.
But Destiny 2 is a sequel to the first one.
Oh,
So don't you think if they made the first one and by the end of it, it was great, why did they
They
carry that greatness over to the second one?
they not gonna
At the
change.
beginning,
They're not gonna change what they're not gonna change what
fuck
they
that
think
game.
works. They're not gonna change what they think works.
They fucked that game up, bro.
but I thought,
Think of, think about it.
I
Hold
thought
on.
both y'all agreed that Destiny 1 ended great, right? Didn't it end
It
great?
it ended
Hell no,
great. To
nah,
me,
nah, nah,
hold on, Vance. To me, it ended great, but to
Okay.
get there, they had to struggle. What I think Bungie did was they saw everything that happened with Destiny 1, and they said, well, we got to this point in the end, so why don't we just do it all over again?
Oh
Then,
my
nah. When
gosh.
Destiny 2 came out, that shit was shit. Like that was like it was a whole new game, but it was like they wiped everything. Like you ain't have to change the weapon loadout wheel or none of that shit. You ain't have to make it as though, hey, this is what we gonna do with these weapons. We gonna categorize them like this. You know what I'm saying? You could have brought back what is it, heavy ammunition, and allowed us just to run through and use heavy ammunition. You know what I'm saying? Like make that shit fun again. Niggas want to run around using shotguns all day. Let them. Like, what the fuck? Nobody gives a shit. Stop catering to all the other rich assholes. Like, every other person that's a shooter or
well, it's
somebody
not
else that
really.
likes the game
I say it's not really
wants
rich
to.
assholes. It's more like the competitive crowd. And for some reason, I'm not sure if they're able to do this or if they just can't. But if they make a change with a gun because of PvP, it also affects the use of that gun in PvE. And that to me was my biggest that was like my actual only complaint about Destiny. If they
But what you
nerf
mean?
if
Because you
they
could start off with heavy ammunition in
no,
PvE.
I'm not talking about all of that. I'm talking about a gun, like nerfing and buffing a gun. If I if
Oh,
I
okay.
if I have a fucking piece of bubble gum as my grenade, and I use that shit in PVE because I know when I throw it, it's gonna explode on contact and like gum up my enemies, so I can pick them off. And then niggas in Crucible are like, man, this shit is overpowered, and they make it where it only gums up one person at a time. I'm gonna be mad because when I go to PVE and I throw that shit, it's not gonna gum up multiple enemies. It's just gonna gum up that one enemy. For some
Man,
reason, they
that's not
can't.
fun. That's a Nova bomb, bro. Like,
For, yeah, for some reason they can't. They can't fucking separate nerfs from PvP to PvE. Like it just has to be overall, and that's my only complaint about Destiny as a whole.
Did you play the beta when it came out?
For Destiny 1,
So,
I believe I did. I did.
did you ever use the Nova bomb?
I probably did, but I kind of can't remember. What were you gonna
Okay,
say
yeah, I was
about
gonna
it?
ask you. I
That
was
shit
gonna
was
ask you
like,
if you did.
that shit was like a long time ago. If I did, like,
Man, yeah,
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie.
I know they got two different versions of it, and I really I don't like how it works in either version because I know in one version you can make that shit go slow and then shoot it
Nah,
prematurely.
see, That's the thing, though. The one that tracks and then splits into mini Nova bombs
Yeah.
used to be so over P. Like I'm talking like over P. Like it wasn't OP. That shit was like over P. I'm talking about like, bruh, nah, seriously though. Like the shit would travel so fast, niggas wouldn't even see it coming. Then it would explode on impact. Then it'd be like 6 mini Novas that would like wipe out whatever came his way. Like that shit tracked enemies too. Like that shit was so strong. Man, this new shit, like that shit travels so slow. Enemies can shoot it. You know, like that shit is crazy. Like I just
hmm
don't get it. I realized it like discouraged me from being a warlock for a minute because I was like, fuck man, I'm just gonna run on my fucking hunter. Like I don't even wanna play with this nigga right now.
Listen, man, I just believe in games being great day one. All right.
Yeah.
It's not even hard. It's not even a hard thing to do. You put the game out, so obviously you thought the shit was good enough
Yeah, keep it
to
where the
put
fuck
out.
it was at. Like
Now I'm pretty
Feel
sure.
me?
I'm pretty sure if they could, they would have waited. Cause remember they got deadlines too.
They do. But
I
shit,
mean, yeah,
like,
they got deadlines, but like y'all had time to get this shit together. Y'all was procrastinating. Oh, this shit is gonna be great. This is gonna be good. Nah, fuck all that talk. Give me some gameplay. Like, no, my
That's how I
nigga,
feel
don't
about
do
Red
it. Like,
Dead.
oh nah, Red Dead gonna be that shit, bro. I already know it is. Rockstar cook up, they cook up.
and plus, and Rockstar wait, and plus they don't rush their shit. They don't got no deadlines. They put that shit out when they want.
I'm telling you, they the exotic
These niggas
motherfucking
waited
team.
8 years, bro. 8 years to a sequel to to a game that came out in 2010. These niggas
They
don't got no
are
time
that
for
of
this.
the industry. I'm telling you. They don't need commercials or none of that. They the Mercedes
Shit, they don't.
Benz, the Maybach
Yeah, I've seen
companies
commercials
of the
for
fucking
Mercedes.
industry. You ever seen one for a Ferrari? Never. I've never seen a commercial for a Ferrari.
Yep. I guarantee you that shit worked day
See,
one
I'm too
too.
tired to do this now, but at some point I'm going to get on my computer and I'm going to like look up a commercial for an American commercial for Ferrari.
I ain't never seen one. But that's a good comparison, Vicious, man. That's what them niggas basically are. Like, I don't just see why people just don't do what they do, but I guess they don't want to follow the greatness trend, I guess. Of
I mean, shit,
but
DC's been trying to ride the coattails of Marvel for like the last 2, 3, 4 years now.
yeah, they trying so bad.
Like,
Huh?
them niggas is a train without wheels on a track.
Are you talking about
Like,
Like,
Rockstar?
no, I'm talking about
no, you talking
fucking
about DC?
DC, the so-called DCEU.
But yeah,
Oh,
man, yeah. But they, like I said, they a whole nother beast, man. Like, I bet people would love to work for them niggas. Like, that's what they probably would ultimately work for in the game industry. But they probably ain't
Yeah,
telling what kind of credentials you gotta have to go work
I'm
for them.
saying as long as that Telltale shit don't happen.
who?
Nah, not the Rockstar. Them niggas made too much money off Grand Theft Auto 5. They probably have to make another game ever. They could
Nah,
have
no
quit. Rockstar could have
bullshit.
quit after Grand Theft Auto 5.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling you, bro.
Could have quit,
Red
bro.
Dead gonna be that shit for him, bro. And watch, GTA 6 ain't gonna come out for like 19 years.
hmm That's why I fuck with them so much, bro. Because of course the smart thing to do would make a Grand Theft Auto 6. Of course that's a smart thing to do financially. They know they'll make another $1 billion, but they said no. We don't want to make another Grand Theft Auto right now. We want to make this shit. We want to make Red Dead 2 first. This is our passion now. Like this is what we want to do now. Fuck the money. This is what we want to do. You feel me?
Mm.
People abide, and you know what I'm saying. Like all these other companies, they make where the money at. Rockstar, no, they're like fuck Grand Theft Auto 6 for right now. We're making Red Dead 2. We know this shit's not gonna sell more than Grand Theft Auto 5, but we still finna do it anyway. Cause that's what we want to do.
Yeah,
Push
I think
push the open world boundaries. You feel me? Cause
I
that's
think
exactly
it
what Red Dead
is.
2 sounding like.
I really think it is. I think it's gonna outsell GTA 5.
Ooh, huh.
Nah,
How much did
shit. I say that is because the action aspect, like it's gonna be a lot of shooting. Like it's not no driving in this shit. Like this shit is like shoot 'em up, bang bang, no
I'm gonna
drive-by.
be doing some horse buys. I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah, no drive-bys though. Like you ain't in no cars. Most you might
But
have
see,
in is like carriage.
I would say this: if playing online is not as dangerous in free mode as it is in Grand Theft Auto today, well, I take it back, not today, but when Grand Theft Auto first started out, I'd be happy because that means I have a fighting chance when somebody try to run up on me with a musket. Like I ain't just fucking peel their cat back blue with this
Oh no,
damn
you gonna have a
Magnum.
chance. You know what I'm saying? I
I
don't
mean, cause
think.
I ain't gonna lie, in Grand Theft Auto, if I'm in free mode and I'm minding my business, somebody blows me up and I try to go after them, I don't feel like I have a chance depending on what they're using to attack me because of oppressors and all these other military
Yeah, I don't think
vehicles.
niggas gonna have tanks and shit on.
I mean, I know they're not gonna have tanks and
no.
shit, but I just don't want them to have anything that's considered OP.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I think the only
Yeah, I
thing
got you. I understand.
they might have, and I might be pushing it, but it's like a sniper with like some ancient like glass or some shit that I like create a scope out of. You know what I'm saying?
Snipers. Yeah, snipers. They're snipe. Yeah, no type of guns is it back then. They
Right.
is.
Like
They weren't just
something
like,
that look old as shit, but it's a sniper.
yeah.
You know it's a
I remember
sniper.
sniping on the first Red Dead. Sometimes.
Um, whatever works as long as it works.
Yeah, but I feel like it's gonna be a lot of gunfights. Like, none of that.
Oh
Like,
yes, yes. Red
I mean,
Dead. Hell
that'll be
yeah.
good. That'll be good. That'll be good. I
So you
mean,
ain't gotta worry about all that shit.
to
Cause
be
I'm definitely
honest,
gonna
if this
shoot
game,
shit up, man.
to be honest, if this game works the way I think it works, like, I'm about to fucking have me a pistol and a shotgun. Niggas won't see me.
Like I said,
Oh yeah.
you could be a good guy or a bad guy.
Did you see the trailer?
Show the
Like
season.
when that nigga was running and like
Mm-mm.
he switched guns. Like
No,
yeah,
I've not seen. Where the fuck are y'all seeing this shit at? Like, I'm not seeing none of this.
it was in the
That was
trailer. Like
that was in the
YouTubers,
gameplay.
people seen it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it was in the gameplay
Oh,
part one when he switched it.
I probably
He
saw it
switched weapons.
and didn't pay attention.
yeah, the
Yeah,
nigga was running.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shot one gun, then he switched off and hit him with the other thing. I was like, damn, this
Hit
With
him
the
with the
shotgun.
switch.
That nigga was fire. And then they said like realistic reload times. I said, man, this game, yo,
yeah, this shit gonna be like that, bro.
like I'm loving all these
That
details
means
because I keep playing the Grand Theft Auto 5.
that means
I keep comparing it, and it's so much better already just from what people are saying.
that just
What you can
means
do with
that
it.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be way better than Red Dead.
It's
Yeah,
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
yeah,
GTA 6 gonna
Rockstar.
have execution style kills. Like you walk up on a nigga, tap him on the shoulder, the nigga look at the gun and then you just blast him. Or, you know what I'm saying? You lay the nigga down, put his chain to the
Bro,
back of his melon, tell him say his prayers or some shit. Just let it go.
yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's I think GTA 6 gonna be turned up.
They said, I told you, bro. They said you could talk to anybody on that game. You can have a conversation with anybody on Red Dead 2. You walk up to anybody, have a conversation with them. That's dope as fuck.
Love that shit, especially if they let us like side note.
Alright.
You can do none of that shit in Grand Theft Auto 5. You can't walk up to somebody in the street and start talking to them. You can't do none of that shit in Grand Theft Auto 5.
You can press square and talk to him.
Yeah.
You just can't have no conversation with him.
But yeah, conversation with anybody on Red Dead.
But I think it's time we bring all this to a close because I'm getting tired. Oh yes, I told you. We have a good ass conversation. And I just been sitting here looking. at the pause menu of The Last of Us. This window just out there.
Man, next go around, man. Everybody, yeah, we got come up with this name.
Oh damn, you're right. And we did have everybody online too. Like we need this Red Dead clans. Right. Hey, this shit is hurting my soul, bro. Like, we are losing our original clan because everybody's just leaving for whatever reason. So, I guess.
That shit. I'm alone with
You get more things when
And
you're working with people.
I kill teams, so just
But
be
but
happy you made it
but
to
but I'm not gonna lie to you. Spit and sugar ain't exactly my idea of hunting. So you can go ahead and do your lone wolf thing. This has been Spoof Proof Radio. Back at it again with your boy Proof and Spoof in the building. And our very, very special A1 highly awoke, however you want to call it, guest. We call them beds. So, until next time. Until next time.